You're about to witness a seismic event.
Talk brunch, where the geeks
are all baby faces.
Now, let the party begin. Live. Start the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Lasers. Here we go.
What's up, fellow brunchers? Welcome to Talk Brunch Live. It is episode 219, December 4th, 2017. And I'm your host, always, Rick Dara. And welcome, everyone. With me, as always, is the elite panel, starting with the one, the only, Padawan Jen.
Yes, we were chowing down on the delicacy known as green beans for tonight.
Green beans. In the seat over, we got the co-producer of all things Talk Brunch, Kid Human himself.
Scott! In my current condition, I must say that it is delightful to be here tonight.
Absolutely. And in the last seat, we got Ms. Bianca.
Last week was yes, sir. This week it's was it.
I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. This week it's how you doing.
How you doing?
If you're Nia Jax, that means something.
Wink.
Shout out to the chat room. We got Evie Gamer and Same Old Mikey and AC, Living Legend Josh Yee, Dustin Frazier, Jordan Worthcop, Hacksaw Lou Reed, Rickster, my man, Blondshell, Miss Marnie, Marnivorous, Marceline, the Vampire Queen, and Christopher. Can't pronounce whatever the hell that name is he spells in there, so that's fine. I'll just call him Christopher.
There's like 26 letters in the last name.
He said, fuck it, I'll just use the whole alphabet.
I thought he was Irish, not from the Middle East.
It's for aluminium, actually.
Oh my god.
We wrap the leftover delightful green beans in aluminium.
Oh my god, you guys. That is beyond messed up. Well, welcome everyone. Also, over listening on, I haven't forgotten about you guys, those listening currently on the live feed over on talkbrunch.com, and of course the majority of you who listen on demand on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and even shitty YouTube.
Give a shout out to my boy Zaniac. What's going on out there? Thanks for listening every week, coming to me. When's it up? Yeah. Always asking when the new podcast is up.
Yeah. Also, if we're doing people that are on demand, Jefferson Goldie, always, good friend of the show, listens. One of the few people that listens to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's like an insider buddy, so.
Boss Hog listens on demand.
Yes, good old Patrick. Pat, he always sends me stuff on Twitter. Haven't forgotten about you guys. And of course, all of you other anonymous, nameless people out there. So before we get into anything, we're going to talk to you a bit about things currently available at talkbrunch.com from this past week. Starting with our Tuesday game vodcast, which featured Jackbox Party Pack 1, which has the games Fibbage XL, Lie Swatter, and Wordspud, hosted by myself, Padawan Jen, Bianca, Destin, Scott, and Jordan. Same stuff as always. Go check it out. Become part of the crowd, all that shit.
So you know what's really funny? I don't want to hold up too long about that, but since we always played, I never get a chance to go back and watch it. And I watched it for the first time last week, and it's great. Like, it's so funny. Go back and definitely check it out because they're hilarious to go back. Like, I don't listen to the music and stuff. It all comes together really well, and yeah, good. It was good times for sure.
It always is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I haven't ever really sat and watched one through. I usually just check to make sure I hear our voices in the beginning and turn it right back off. Like, all right, we were there, good. But I never really tried that. But yeah, maybe I'll do that.
No, do it for sure.
Yeah. They're funny to listen to.
Yeah, good times, and there's so many, such a good archive of those. And again, YouTube, we're trying to build it back up because there was a point where on YouTube, and you guys can look back at our YouTube history and see it, where we would get like, you remember the number, Scott? Like, it was ridiculous.
Like the Ronda video was 20,000.
Yeah, we would get all kinds of crazy numbers, but then we started to try to just do more stuff, and as a result, we couldn't port it to YouTube because YouTube was a lot more difficult to get things on. Like with the regular show, I put it on the website, and it pretty much, all of those other places, iTunes and everything else, take care of themselves. I don't, it's not like I'm responsible for the iTunes page or the Stitcher page. It auto generates from the feed. So that's easier. But with YouTube, you have to just sort of parent it a little bit. And that just made it harder for a while for us to get on there. But we found a easier, streamlined way to just directly get the show on there. So now we're putting it there, but most people have already moved over to SoundCloud because that's what we were encouraging at the time, SoundCloud and iTunes. So the majority of people that would find us in that way that became regulars wound up jumping over here and messaging me and saying, now I got it on iTunes or now I got it on Stitcher. So it's still trying to build back for whatever the people are there. But at the same time, I feel like YouTube's become more of a visual place, which is what it should be. And I don't really think it's the best place for podcasts. I've always said that on here. Like I just do it because I know there are some that like it. But really, at the end of the day, it's a bit of a commitment to watch something that's audio. You're watching audio. It's almost not possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll get that definitely built back up. Friday night, we went back on the game stream and we did a stream of the MMORPG Skyforge hosted by myself, Stasis, and Destin. By the way, Skyforge is free on Xbox One, so if anyone wants to try it out, go for it. I really enjoyed it. It was all right. I'm not sure if it's something I'll commit to, but I did like the mechanics of it. A lot of the times when you play MMOs, the collision detection feels a little clunky because what they try to, sell you on, and I hate to say it, but even Bethesda's guilty of this. Jim Sterling just did a video about that. But they try to sell you on the expansive world and the limitless possibilities, the whole open sandbox feel of it. But then they don't have like the intricate combat that's something that's a little bit more straightforward and linear would have. Like if you look at a Devil May Cry or a God of War, or just something where the combat feels tight. Like when you hit something, you can just feel the collision detection and the combos or whatever you're doing. Most MMOs don't have that. And Skyforge is a breath of fresh air because it does have that. Like when you're in combat or when you're using spells, when you're casting, particle effects, just collisions, everything, it works out well. You wouldn't think that it's an MMO game like World of Warcraft because again, those expensive worlds don't usually cater to that kind of effect, but this does it and it does it good. The one drawback to it is that like, Destiny, it has those 3-man fire teams, same rules apply. 3-man fire teams, then there's the raids, which I believe, or there's some other thing that's like 5-man, and then the big thing, which might be the raids, is like 10-man teams on that. So it's good though. It's something to do. You don't really have to pay for anything. It does have pay stuff. It does have microtransactions, but it's not going to Star Wars you. Like it's enough. If you grind it out, like with a lot of games that are fair, like if you grind it out, you don't really have to. And if you pay for something, it's going to be more to support the company or just for your own convenience. So yeah,
I'm more apt to buy a microtransaction or two if the game is free.
I'm the same way.
You know, just to support it, to say, hey, you know, I play this a lot. You know, not that I feel guilty. It's like you said, support. You gave it to us for free. Let me throw a few bucks your way. Get this extra stuff. Yeah, of course. If people aren't dicks about things, it's always good to give money. There's a lot of sound stuff that we use in order for this show to happen where there were literally programs or just things that I like to do that there seemed to be no way to do, where there were these little third-party programs, these little indie programs where they did have donation buttons and I just paid for stuff. It was just like, here's some money because we weren't able to do this. We weren't able to do that. You know for yourself that there's a lot of people out there that can't literally play any audio when they're doing the fucking podcast. I know.
Or anything of that nature, you know, or even get like this, the effect of just us talking with things like behind it, with like the music in the background and stuff. So, you know, when I find companies like that are willing to just give it to you on the kindness of you giving them something on a PayPal donation or Patreon or whatever, I have no problem doing it. We did that, didn't we do a Humble Bundle? We had a Humble Bundle we did once.
Bought the Humble Bundle, yeah. And all they asked for was donate to a charity.
Yeah, what did we donate to again?
It was St. Jude's.
Right, yeah.
The cancer research for children and the hospital foundation.
Yeah, and it was for a bunch of equipment for the show, like just audio apps and stuff, but it was stuff that we didn't even really use, you know? It was just like, I learned a few of them. I think Jordan also did the same thing. But, you know, stuff like that, I don't mind giving if they're not trying to squeeze for it, like the way EA did with Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the EA just like, jerk the shit out of you. They milked that cow, man.
That's okay. I hope that stock dropping by $3 billion was worth it.
It's probably dropped some more since then.
Hope it was worth it because that's a lot of money for people to hate you about.
Yeah.
Would you really want to be the person who they hate because of Star Wars?
Oh no. I mean, Disney was like, put the fucking kibosh on that.
You fucked with Star Wars fans, Morty.
One thing you don't do is just Star Wars fans.
You thought they were just going to take it. Because the thing is, FIFA does that. FIFA has a lot of things where you have to pay to win, pay to get better players and stuff. And, you know, the FIFA people do it. But no, these are Star Wars people. You got to be careful.
You know, fuck with Star Wars fans. We've had shit taken from us before, man.
Exactly. We've been here before. We won't go back again. We shall. Pretty soon they're all going to start singing, "We shall overcome." All the fucking Star Wars fans.
You're going to have people crying in YouTube videos that the game is gone.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm never buying it. They try to make more compromises and lower stuff. I'm never buying it. They can kiss my ass. I'll get it on a deep sale.
Yeah. It's got to be like single digit sales.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, check out Skyforge, free with minimal microtransactions. You can just check out the stream if you're not sure it's the game for you. We put it up there, same as we do the game night.
But then again, it's free. They ain't losing nothing if you download it.
Yeah, just try it. You don't even have to watch our stuff.
Like I do.
Exactly. And then wake up and play the game.
Yeah, you don't lose anything. Except 10 minutes to see if you like it or not.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, our Adventure Game Night kicked off with Batman, the Telltale Series Episode 2, hosted by myself, Jen, Destin, Scott, and Jordan. I insist that you guys try to get in there on Sundays. It's so much fun. For anyone that doesn't know how it works, it's the exact same format as game night. The difference is we're playing, if you've ever played a Telltale game before, we're playing a character. We're playing Batman in this case, and choices appear in the dialogue, and the people that are using their mobile devices or whatever can select what choice they want and then pretty much vote. Whoever gets the most votes, that's what Batman's going to say and do as Batman and as Bruce Wayne. And it's a story. Basically, it's almost like a choose your own adventure book, but digitally, for anyone that doesn't know Telltale games. So we all played that. And it's a good time, man. We crack jokes, have conversations, play the game. It's fun, man.
Oh yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to check that. And the Batman adventure is really good, even though he looks like Archer.
and Harvey Dent looked like Brandon Fraser.
Yeah, right. Like a swole Brendan Fraser.
Oh yeah.
Jen, who's that? Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale.
Oh, Vicky Vale. we're gonna fuck you by the end of the story, Vicky. I promise.
Yeah, bang.
Her or Catwoman are both the same.
Or maybe
time.
both. If we play our cards right, maybe Bruce will get both. Remember that. Remember this conversation Sunday. Don't fuck around and insult these girls when we go back in there for episode 3.
Yeah, we got to get them all on the same page.
We got to be Batman.
No pun intended.
Yeah, it's important to be Batman, but it's also important to be Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne gets pussy, so we got to play our Bruce Wayne cards right next week.
I mean, Batman, Catwoman, they know each other, so they might just be into that cosplay shit.
If we do the Catwoman part, if he bangs Selena by the end of this story, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
At least Selena.
Oh, yeah.
At least Selena.
Yeah.
Just get him laid. Who cares who's spy?
We're trying.
Yeah, we're doing our best. Promise.
Come on.
Yeah, he's having a hard time right now. It's really traumatic for him. He just discovered, spoiler alert, but he just discovered that his parents, the Waynes that he's always crying over, were actually mobsters and they were part of Falcone. And it's really fucked up when you think about that. You're Batman and your parents were mobsters.
You find out after you were
Alfred
saints.
didn't tell you. The bastard didn't tell you. He let you put on a suit and fight crime, knowing your parents were mobsters. Terrible, Alfred.
And then there was another shocker whenever this episode ended. Penguin was behind the hit.
Yes.
They killed the parents.
And they were doing weird experimental shit. Thomas Wayne was doing weird experimental shit. It was Penguin, wasn't it?
I thought it was Hill. I thought it was Hill.
I thought it said Penguin was behind the hit.
No, I thought that was Hill.
That shot the girl with the gas? I mean with the dart that made her a killer?
Oh well, she killed Falcone from the Penguin, yeah, but I'm talking about like they killed Dwayne's parents was Hill.
Oh, I see.
That. Oh, okay.
Right, no, I was talking about the Falcone hit. So that's 2 spoilers for you. If you haven't played it yet, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a year old.
Yeah. We're going to get up to the current episodes, though. We're going to play it all the way through into season 2.
Yes.
So you definitely want to check that out. And yeah, that was pretty much it. That's everything we played. Had a lot of fun. A lot of cool stuff going on. So check the website. It's always up there. You're literally always going to find all of our stuff up there.
Check us out. What do you got to lose? Download it, play it in your car like I do.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. All right. So let's talk a little bit about wrestling before we get any further into this. I guess we should do
Nature Boy.
Nature Boy in the chat?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Nate, what's up, man? So I guess we're going to start where we left off, like we did last week with the Smackdown, because Smackdown seems to be the best show right now as far as the mainstream shows go. So I like the fact that we're giving it more coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, we're just going to run through just results of stuff that happened in no particular order. We're not going to stay here in spot call, but the first thing that comes to mind, AJ had that match against what was it? Was it
the Singh brothers?
The Singh brothers handicap match? Why do I feel like this happens all the time? Am I losing my mind, or
No.
No, you're not losing your mind.
First he fought one, then he fought the other, then he fought Jinder, then he fought both, then he fought all three. Now he's fighting both. Next week he'll fight himself. I don't know.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Since the three of them look so much alike, I guess I just keep thinking it's the same guy.
Yeah.
They're fighting at Night of Champions, and that's what, 2 more weeks away?
Yes, 2 weeks.
So at least we'll have 2 more other versions before the pay-per-view of that.
So you know what that means? It's 2 weeks away.
What?
It means next week we have the poll.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Little teaser action for you out there.
Yes, indeed.
And this one should be set up. I don't think we're going to have last-minute changes like with the last pay-per-view.
Oh, I hope not.
I don't think we will. Hopefully.
We will absolutely have last-minute changes. I think that no matter what, that's just the way that the company is going to run from now on. It's going to be last-minute changes powered.
Well, you know what? If Triple H is listening right now, like he probably is.
Yeah.
You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this talk brunch.
Vince, Bianca says we shouldn't make last minute changes. What do you think about that?
They got to brunch. It's important.
Yeah, you can't just take some of our suggestions and not all of them. You can't just take the gobbledygook shit and then not take some good suggestions as well. If you're willing to take that.
Yeah, come on, get your shit together. What do I always say about getting your shit together?
Yeah. Well, speaking of them with their shit together, it's kind of funny, but Big Show was on Talk is Jericho, and he had some stuff to say about WWE's creative.
Before you click that, welcome Flipper672 to the 2K18 Vodcast chat room. Don't forget to click that follow button as we do this every week, sir.
Yes, wrestling news. If you like it, we got it.
Years ago, it used to be they were worried about 4 months from now. Mm-hmm. Now they're just worried about, TV every day and trying to get, this needs to happen today.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, they forget about what they did, which makes it tough now. It's hard because you get stuck with these responsibilities of trying to help these young guys out. And it's like, I forget what the excuse was, but it wasn't formatted for what they want to do that show. It's like, Jesus, we're shooting ourselves in the foot here, man. There's a right way to do things, and it's inconvenient, but sometimes it gets frustrating because you've got 20 some odd writers who work very hard, and they're trying to put a show together that works. They're told they've got to work with feature this and this guy, whatever's on the agenda. But sometimes there's no bridges. Arn Anderson always talks about bridges in the ring, and I noticed a lot of these matches now. I think I saw something online the other day that it really saddened my heart a little bit to see how far the business has changed from the perspective of you have fans now that are passionate about the business and do love the business, but they're misinformed. Because, they were criticizing someone, not me, but they were criticizing another superstar saying, oh, well, he needs to just do more athletic moves to get over with the male audience. And I'm like, more athletic moves? He's learn how to tell a story.
Yes.
It's not about athletic moves, but in this new television app, network, kind of ADHD, whatever it is.
Right.
Mentality of car crash derby, it's all about athletic moves. And it's the one thing that's still going to get companies over and do ratings and bring fans is telling stories. You got to make people emotionally invested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get retire, move aside, give the young guys a break. Hey, jackasses. In the past 2 years, I've won 2 matches. I'm pretty sure I'm stepping aside. Okay? I'm doing everything I can to make every guy I work with,
But you're still so valuable as a performer on the show, as an attraction.
I'm a recognized.
That's right.
Recognized entity.
Bingo.
Entity.
Yeah.
And it's, sometimes, and I've never been one to sit here and bitch about, I'm not winning enough. It's not it. I'll lose every match the rest of my life as long as I can tell a good story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And there's a little bit of pride that goes into, for me now, being at the ability to take someone in there and help them grow in all the little ways that a lot of fans don't see. But I know I've made an impact on their career, and I know when they move on to other opponents, I can see that they're better. They've taken little things I've been able to help them with storyline wise.
Even he knows the writing's full of shit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I find most ridiculous about it, probably went over everybody, that they have, 20 writers
Yeah.
20 fucking writers.
I've always known that, though. I've tried to tell you guys that these people literally make a lot more money than any of us to fuck up all day.
No, like, but the stories are so fucking simple. You need 20 people for that?
Patterson and Vince used to do it by the pool.
No shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to talk about cutting costs? Take a look at that bullshit. 20 fucking writers. Give me to write that? I don't even think soap operas on TV that are produced every single day have that many writers.
Dude, if I had a wrestling company and my 20 writers gave me that, you ever seen the movie Dogma? I'd be like Bartleby and Loki when they went into the fucking boardroom. Like, this is the writer's room? It's like, you'd get more than laid off for that shit. How dare they? It is crazy to think that there's a long table.
Crazy. If maybe like they were actually producing results, I might not be so critical. But for the quality of the storylines right now of that shit, fuck 20 writers. That's crazy.
King Arthur didn't even have that many nights.
No, he only had 15.
I don't even think that many people are going to fight Thanos.
Oh no, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That a little bit off topic. That trailer.
Exactly.
Yeah, the trailer was better than their writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Did you see the trailer, Bianca?
I haven't yet. I don't like to watch them because I want to be like,
Well, because what I said at the end of Thor happened at the end of the trailer. Not to drop a spoiler, but
okay, no, but I did see. Yeah, I did see it. Okay.
My favorite part of that trailer was that part where it looked like Captain America was dying. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to fuck with it. What the fuck is he doing? No, it was a good trailer.
Man, a CPAP.
It didn't spoil too much, in my opinion. Like, yeah, there might be a few things in there. Like, if people don't have common sense, the Vision stuff that I saw in there might have been a bit of a spoiler. But that's only if you don't know if you're not thinking logically, that would be a spoiler.
Well, the two that we knew 100% for sure were shown in the trailer with Loki and Vision.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that people are debating about is apparently the writers were told before they made this movie who they can and can't kill off. So there's a lot of speculation going around as far as who they're going to kill. Cause this movie's supposed to be a close to the first, I guess, to this first generation of Avengers. And that means some people will go, then the torch will be passed. I don't know. I would hate to see, even though that's my top pick, I think that I could see Robert Downey Jr. going. Like, I don't think we're going to get more Iron Man.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I heard that the kid from Iron Man 3 is the kid that was helping him. I heard that kid is in the movie. I have a feeling that he's going to wind up remotely controlling the Iron Man suits at some point. For whatever reason, something will happen. He's done so many of these, so you might lose him.
And maybe you guys can explain this to me. You guys are all going to make fun of my questions. I understand in the new generation, you're talking about characters actually changing. And I heard Thor becomes a female.
Thor doesn't become a female. What happens is his girlfriend, Jane Foster, she gets cancer. And a whole bunch of complicated shit happen, but she has cancer, and apparently the only time she's not suffering from this is when she takes the hammer, and she has the ability. She's worthy to become a god of war. So she becomes Thor, but it's Jane Foster. It's not like Thor changed genders, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like he woke up one day, boom, he had a vagina. And
no, I wasn't sure if they rewrote the series as from a female perspective, a different character.
No, it's Jane Foster who you've seen in the movies.
Okay.
And that's sort of how she preserves herself. And he's another candidate where I don't know if there's going to be another Thor movie. So, I mean, you could rule out anyone who has a movie is not going to die in this. But, I don't know if he has any more Thor movies, so they could easily just kill him off if they wanted to, you know?
I could see that.
I think everyone in Guardians of the Galaxy is safe. I've heard people say Drax, I call bullshit. They didn't even have the balls to kill him in the Telltale game.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll kill anybody in those. They'll kill you. They killed us at the end of fucking Game of Thrones. You know, they killed everybody. But, you know, I think that all of the Guardians are safe. They're probably going to be a big part of being able to help out with this. Doctor Strange, I would assume, is safe too. He's only had one movie. Yeah. And, there's still a lot more room. Who am I forgetting? There's so many damn characters in this.
Black Panther?
Ant-Man.
Black Panther's definitely safe. Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah. That's another one that's kind of new. It's still in the first movie. So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
isn't owned by them, unfortunately. That's Sony, so they're not going to kill off a Sony property right now.
No.
They were loaned Spider-Man. What a kick in the balls that would be, right?
Yeah.
Send him back dead.
Why not?
Now you motherfuckers have to use Miles Morales. Take that.
Might as well.
They should.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Miles in it. Yeah, I don't know who else they would kill. Maybe I don't think Falcon because
Winter
Falcon.
Soldier.
Well, Falcon becomes Captain America when he dies. Captain America is a possibility. Winter Soldier is another one who becomes Captain America. So they.
What
have
about War Machine?
I
He's
don't know.
paralyzed,
I think it would be overkill considering that the damn suit dropped out of the air in one of the last movies he was in. Like now we go back and
it's
just kill
Civil
him.
War.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It would really suck. I don't think, I kind of feel like people are thinking too much. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I don't know if they would have the balls to like Walking Dead or Game of Thrones this. Like maybe there's going to be one big death, but it's like, I don't think it's going to be the massacre that Thanos versus everyone was in the comic books where literally he took out like everybody, and even that, when you look at it, they were able to fix it back, but I don't even think they would do it that way where they was literally, he was mangling people all over the place. Like I don't think that's the tone they're going for. None of the previous movies has led me to believe they'd go that dark. No,
I don't think they would. They wouldn't have the balls to do that.
I don't either.
Yeah. Well, that's something to look forward to. Look at how, and you know what? That's done by, do they have more writers for all of those movies than WWE does for their writing team?
I don't think so. I think it's just Whedon who wrote most of it.
Yeah.
No, they have different people for different movies, but I don't know if we would be able to hit 20.
No.
Think about that for a minute then. We might not have 20 people that write these fucking movies.
Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy and,
Yes, Chris, that last Spider-Man was dope. That was great. Like that's to me is my favorite one so far.
I think who did didn't Feige write most of the other ones?
Well, Kevin Feige oversees all of the Marvel stuff. He's more like just the overseer to make sure that all of these movies, including the Netflix series like Jessica Jones and The Defenders and Daredevil, all connect with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all this other shit, even though they've been really careful about not connecting anything too much. I noticed that. Like, they don't want to mess things up for each other. So, but yeah, one of the main people was Whedon. He's also the one that went in to fix Justice League.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you Justice League would get a change when he took over.
It did, but it's
somewhat decent.
It did, but it's almost like too little too late. It's almost like
it wasn't enough to save it, but it was enough to make it okay.
Yeah, you can't come in here with your Jared Gold and then suddenly fix years of torture that we've gone through. It's too late.
No.
Too late. But yeah, room full of fucking writers. And like Big Show said, he's called them out. I've heard, remember we played that Jericho audio where they didn't want to have the Festival of Friendship?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to literally fight them for, like, I want the festival, and they didn't want to give him the damn festival. Stuff like that. Like, there's too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. Just let these people run with it, Just, it's people that have stuff that's planned out for months on end before you even, on their own stuff that they're doing. That's more creative than half the shit we're seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's becoming a joke. It really is. It's kind of sad to watch it because it almost just feels lazy more than anything.
I just think that in a time, especially when they're looking to cut costs, that would seem like the easiest way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like to get rid of something like pyro and effects and all that, like that to me, no, that's crucial. You want to stand out, not with like 20 shitty writers. That's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand the thought process. Why nobody has thought of that.
Yeah, I would solve all the problems at once because I would go into the writer's room and I say, look, you have an option. You can't be writers anymore. You can leave, or B, you can be pyro. We got a spot for pyro.
We can light you on fire and throw you out there.
And every one of you.
Exactly.
And just blow you up or leave.
Part-time, no. They're like, no time. They're stealing time, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. We can shoot you out of a cannon.
We're not sending you home, but you can't stay here. That would just be the end of it for me, man.
Yeah, right there.
And like we've seen from time to time, it's not like they have these long-term plans. Things change on a whim, like with these characters. 1 week they're heels, 1 week they're faces for no apparent reason. Like they just roll with it. So I don't know why you would need that many writers for improv wrestling, basically, in a nutshell. Like it's just crazy.
when you really look at it, you don't need any writers. Like right now on our vodcast chat room, the WWE game, the entire universe is playing itself, and it's organized. It's like we have our pay-per-views. There's Monday Night Raw. There's Smackdown. People turn face and heel by themselves. Tag teams form and split up. They can form stables on their own. They have title feuds and shit. The fucking game by itself, if we never pick up a control and take any character, it'll just continue through the calendar. And when April comes, they'll have WrestleMania, and the feud will be built up for about 2 months before that between the Isn't it weird that the game is able to just auto book logical wrestling just based on algorithms, and the fucking 20 writers can't?
It's ridiculous.
For any of you that watch the vodcast, for any of you that are watching the vodcast room, you realize, I mean, or anyone that plays the WWE games, you understand the universe mode. Literally, you're not just watching random matches. Whatever you saw last week, this is the continuation of those feuds, and we're not controlling it. Sometimes weird things happen. Like you might have somebody, like I remember that one time for some reason when I used to control the universe in 2K13 or 14. Remember I told you guys The Rock kept trying to join, Beth Phoenix and Natty? I was like, why are you trying to join the stable, Rock? And I would have to go in and unprogram him out of it. Like, stop trying to join Natty and Beth Phoenix. There is no Rock with Natty and Beth Phoenix stable. So, sure,
you know what he was looking for, right?
Yeah, he wanted some pie. He wanted a double fucking pie, man. Like, how are you going to help these girls in these feuds, man? Like, what are you going to do? Slide in and rock bottoms? Like, you can be of no help to them, Rock. Go. Get back. You know, but it's like, at least even that is more entertaining than what they're giving us here. I would take The Rock with the Divas of Doom over this. You know,
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's just sad. You know what? They would be better off just copying the game. Let the game fucking book and see if it does better than your writing team at this point.
I bet you that's exactly what they do, and they just take home a paycheck.
You know what we should do? Next week, why don't we do that next week? Next week, let's start the universe where everyone is right now. Like, let's put the belts on whoever goes with whoever, and let's program the alliances, the feuds, and the stables, and just let it go and see if it books better than WWE for the rest of the year.
And speaking of booking, I mentioned this to you before, Rick. I was going to go over a contest I had in mind. And we've been talking about it, throwing it around for a couple of weeks, just running a contest with some free swag. I'm going to give away a Crumbopulous Michael Pop from Rick and Morty. I want you guys to book me a father-son tag team tournament. They could be alive, dead wrestlers, you know, Dusty and Cody, Mr. Perfect and Curtis Axel. Book me an 8-team father-son tag team tournament and write down how the matches are going to go. So you do that. Send them to kidhuman@gmail.com, you know, with the brackets intact, who wins the matches, how they go over. You throw in special matches, gimmick matches, book it how you want to book this tag team title, father-son. The only thing is you cannot use the same person twice. So you couldn't use like Kurt Hennig or Mr. Perfect with Larry the Axe and Curtis Axel. It could only be used with one of them. Dusty could only be used with Cody or Dustin. You know, Rikishi with Jimmy or Jay. And it could be from any time period, any division, New Japan, where have you, TNA, ROH, father-son. Just book it, send them to me. I'll get more details on talkbrunch.com tomorrow. But yeah, well, I'll announce the winner on Christmas.
Yeah. And hopefully we hear some creative stuff. Because
yeah, let's show us how good you guys are at booking. We keep saying we could book these things better than WWE. Let's do this 8-man father-son tag team tournament.
What's up, William Robles in the chat? And yeah, I'm going to do that next week. If hopefully we have the time, but I'm going to go back into the universe on the vodcast chat room, and I'm going to program everyone to have the titles that they currently do. And I'm going to make sure that they're aligned with the same friends and enemies that they have. Cause it does let you go in there for anyone not familiar with it. And literally, like, they have their own setup, but you can go in and say, look, this guy's a babyface. These are his buddies. These are his enemies. He kind of hates this guy. He really hates this guy. And he really likes it. We're going to go in and adjust everyone the way they should be. Then we're going to run Raw, right? I'm going to get on here. And we're going to see if that Raw comes out better than what we got.
The only one that we're not going to do that properly for is No Way Jose. We're going to have everybody hate him and everybody jump him every time he breathes.
Even when he's just sitting on the can.
Yes. He goes into the bathroom, there'll be a glorious bomb in there for him. They're going to swirly him with that big afro.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. It'll be dramatic. I mean, I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you before, Scott, but when I used to play the game, cause you know, one of my favorite TNA tag teams was Beer Money, Bobby Roode and James Storm. Yeah. I was using them in the game, and fucking before TNA did it, Bobby Roode turned on me. Like he literally turned on, I was using James Storm and he turned in the match, and that led to a long feud that culminated into a Money in the Bank ladder match with 4 other dudes in them. And then like the last moments of it came to Storm and Roode on the top of the ladder going blow for blow for the fucking briefcase. And then James Storm winds up winning the briefcase and cashing in on Bobby Roode at WrestleMania. Wow. It was great. It was like, look at this. This is beautiful. This is how it used to feel when the writers weren't assholes. And it was all automatic. So, and keep in mind that those were created characters because there was no Bobby Roode or James Storm in the game. So that means that the game just has the algorithms to just know to put people in feuds like based on common sense. It's not because they're pre-rendered characters.
Yeah.
So just goes to show you that literally we have machines, AIs that do a job better than that room full of writers.
Like right now in the match that's coming up is Ambrose and Rollins versus Sheamus and Cesaro.
I'm looking at
team titles
at Money in the Bank. Look at this. And I swear to you guys, we didn't manipulate this at all. Without any manipulation of the game, that's the match happening right now.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
The Bar versus the Shield.
Oh my God. So I agree with Big Show. He probably doesn't give a fuck if he gets any heat for that either.
No.
You know, it's just kind of
like he said, I'm on my way out. I won 2 matches in 2 years. I don't give a shit.
I'm on my way out. The writers suck. Fuck all of them. Bye. That's what his whole logic is. And you can't blame him for that, man, because it is pretty funny. Just some of the stuff that they do from one day to the next. They don't do long-term booking.
Nope.
Yeah. So back to SmackDown. The finish to this AJ and Singh brothers handicap match was, he hit one of them with a second rope Styles Clash onto the other one that was already laid out on the ground. So I like that. I kind of like that. That's my favorite Styles Clash since he did it to Daniels on the top of the ramp through the announce table.
That's because AJ's the man. My favorite one of all time has to be when he saved Ellsworth's life.
Oh, when he stopped him from Roderick Stronging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, from Yoshitatsu in it.
Yeah. Whew.
Roderick Strong and Yoshitatsu both took that so bad. When Roderick took it and he tucked his head, I knew the moment he hit, he was fucked. I was like, oh my God, I hope he's not dead. Like you can't be tucking your head for that. Cannot be tucking your head for that. I think that's why at first they didn't let him use it. They had him doing the calf crusher instead because they didn't want anyone that wasn't used to taking the Styles Clash to instinctively tuck their head instead of like putting their neck back. But he gave him one of those, and then Styles winds up getting jumped by Jinder and the Singh brothers as always. And after the match, Jinder takes the Singh brothers both out with the Colossus. He's like, he's had enough of them. And I'm hearing that might be the end of the Singh brothers. There's rumors at least that might be the last of the Singh brothers. They might be off SmackDown now. I
think they were supposed to be in 205 Live. Cause what's their real last name? Is it Herb and Sheer?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was something like that.
205 Live is where they came from.
Yeah, they competed in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, they were also
Bollywood Boys was in
They weren't Cruiserweight Classic, but they were also in 205 Live before they were with Jinder.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then there were also rumors going around that they weren't gonna be cut or anything. They were just gonna probably be sent back down to NXT until they can come up with another gimmick or something else for them to do.
Just put them back on 205 Live as the Bollywood Boys.
Yeah. But yeah, Destin, Jinder did almost kill one of them when he hit the Colossus.
You're always supposed to kill one of them. I think that's their gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Orton's killed them a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh shit.
It's just that when they get thrown so high, they hit the ceiling and grab that green mushroom for the 1-up.
Oh man. But yeah, we were hearing rumors that they were injured. They're not injured. It has nothing to do with that. They just want to put them on NXT. Like that's very likely what's going to happen to them for anyone that was speculating about that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Whatever. We also had the Fashion Files return on SmackDown with a Saw, back to the Saw bullshit that they were doing. Where we had, what was it? Breeze and, Breezango's tied up in the bathroom along with the Ascension. And, there's like poisonous gas coming in. And I kind of, this to me is my favorite one because for a while I felt that this kind of this has run its course. This whole thing with them. And I like the fact that they decided to literally have them beat a dead horse. Where it was like, it turned out that the key was inside of that horse that they have. And then they were like, we have to do is beat this dead horse so we could get the key. And they're like, all right, you're doing it. You're beating a dead horse. And I'm like, yeah, at least they know that that's exactly what's happening with this fucking gimmick at this point where it literally had them poisonous gas beating a dead horse. And at the end of it, they decided to abandon the Ascension, which they came back. Remember, he came back. Fandango came back. He's like, I knew you came back for us, and it was just to grab the hat and then leave.
Yes.
And that was it. They just left their asses there. That's the end of that alliance. I would have kept them together, but just not doing the fucking cop stuff anymore.
Yeah, change it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like enough already. Enough. It was funny, but that's when you overstay your welcome. That might be it though. So that might be it. We also have Bludgeon Brothers, the Bludgeon Brothers against the Hype Brothers. Look at that. It's a week of brothers. There were all kinds of brothers in this damn thing. The finish being the double crucifix on Ryder. And also just wanted to note to you guys that the reason why they decided to just take away their first names was because Vince feels that it comes across as more dominant when you only have like a last name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Mononym?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about Luke Harper though? Do you have it covered for later?
Well, Luke Harper, he just left one of the tours because his wife went to labor or something, right?
Oh, they didn't give a reason. They just said he left the tour.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the reason. And like whenever he got to the hospital, his I think it was his son was born. I think.
Yeah, I didn't have that down, but that's just information I happen to know. But yeah, that's the reason he left the tour, because some people thought that something bad happened or whatever. No, he just left for that. But yeah, so a moment that I've been waiting for a long time finally happened at the end of this match. Because, well, you know what? I like it so much, I'm just gonna play it again, link it to you guys, and let you hear it.
The landscape has changed, and now we have to change. We've hit rock bottom, and the only way... Oh, God! Mojo Rawley just leveled Ryder from behind.
Yes. Say it again, please. This is awesome.
Yes, I love that.
Hit on Zack Ryder. I mean, to this degree, to snap.
Yo, I Road Warrior popped. You hear me? The Hype Bros are dead. They're dead.
They've been together for a really, really long time.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, like a long time.
Everything.
Yeah, so it's crazy that this finally has happened. I mean, I don't know why I care so much, but
are they the
look
longest?
At it this way.
Are they the longest running team that did jack shit?
No.
I wonder who that will go to.
Harper and Rowan.
No, they did a lot. They had a good run, even though they didn't win the titles. I mean, these guys did nothing.
Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah, I think they were probably the longest.
No, Epico and Primo.
Oh yeah, they've kind of been around for a while.
They've even had better runs though, even with the Bolt thing and all the other shit they had. They had that other valet girl.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember though, like they were set to win. Probably Zack Ryder won that tag team tournament for them, and then he hurt his knee. And they were out. He was out for 7 months. I mean, there's a lot of things that happened to him over the course of this that could have changed him, but now it's just they're better off separate, I think. But they could have went different ways based on that. But yeah, they're up there for the longest running jack shit tag team of all time.
Yeah, really sad.
I'm still on the. You know what? I don't know how I feel about Zack Ryder. Like, do I hate his guts or do I like him?
I like Ryder. Don't get me wrong, but he'll never be nothing more than a mid card jobber.
I know. And that's why when he won that,
pretty much.
There are very few
when
people.
When he won that Intercontinental belt at Mania, it was like, oh my God, because that's all you basically predict for him, right?
There was a point where he was white hot though. Like he was getting such a reaction when I would go to like shows in New York and the Raws that's when they gave him the US title, but they quickly pulled it off him. But he was ridiculously over, dude. Like
he's always going to get pops in New York though. That's his hometown.
But a lot of people don't get him to that extent. Like if you go back to like 2010, 2011, whenever. Oh
yeah.
He was getting a reaction, and I think it bothered them because it wasn't something that was organic to. It was organic to what the fans wanted, not what they wanted.
Don't forget, he's also. Remember what was his gimmick then? The internet champion.
Yeah, he was one.
He was the one who came up with that by himself, though. And also keep in mind that not only that, I feel that that's part of the reason why WWE got so involved with the internet and with YouTube and shit like that was because of the success of the Zack Ryder, the Z True Long Island story or whatever.
Yeah.
So they literally took it from him and then they used it to elevate themselves. Typical WWE fashion.
Yep. And buried the creator of it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Vince, we're going to have to throw Zack Ryder aside while we take over his gimmick.
Nice. So New Day went up against Benjamin and Gable with the finish being, they went over Shelton with the up, down, down spot that they do. Which I guess that's just going to be another fucking jobber tag team, right?
I hope not, because you broke up American Alpha for that, and this, and you took something that was working and just fucking killed 2 careers. That's because the WWE can't fucking leave a tag team alone.
And it's crazy. They had something so fucking good, and they have practically killed these 2 guys' careers. It's crazy. It's unfair to put this.
It is unfair, but didn't they announce like a triple threat match for the tag titles, the Usos and New Day versus Shelton and Gable?
Well, they had a backstage, like they always do. They had a backstage fallout where they basically asked New Day about the tag title picture overall.
Jam that win. You're standing in the middle. You got to jam the win. I'm telling you.
Excuse me, New Day?
I got your number.
New Day?
Hey, bro. What? You can't be interrupting. You better have a good question. This is our post-match touchdown. What do you want?
So your victory tonight over Gable
What? What?
Do you feel this puts you on course back to get the Smackdown tag team title?
We on a course? Let me see this. We're on a great course. Let me pause this. Hold on right now. Sir, we never been off pace. Never. We are the franchise tag team here in this industry. Not just WWE, the industry. Around the... Can you see E? Can you see? Look at E.
Get eyes on me.
Get eyes.
Look at all of me.
What
all
a great,
of what I have to offer.
What a great young man.
Look at it, yes.
What a great young man.
I'm a man.
Of course. We're going to be tag team champions again. Yes. It's written in the stars. You see it? Fables will be written. Aesop tales will be written about us. Like the Big Dipper. And they'll know. And young tag teams will come after us. And after them. And after them, after them. And you know what they'll say?
What?
You know what they'll say?
Tell them.
They will say, oh, we were inspired by the New Day.
Yeah, that's us.
Young, like you said, Orion's belt. And Griffin's belt. Tag teams coming through Kai, all right? We got you covered. That's right. Tell them, Cole.
Tell them, that's right. Yeah. You know what we're about to do?
What?
We're over here trying to play some games. This is our cool down because your boys was out there piping hot. You know what I'm saying?
Hot cakes.
Like coffee in a cup that you sip too soon. You burnt your lip and your taste buds and your tongue. Now you want to get a lawsuit. You can get sued for that. If they serve the coffee and it's too hot, they trying to sue us because we're too hot. You understand? But the caution, it's a carafe. What's it called? A zarf.
The zarf?
Do you know what a zarf is?
No.
The zarf goes around the cup of coffee. I learned this in Words with Friends so that you don't burn your hands.
The zarf?
You better put a zarf on your boys before you burn your hands, son. We piping hot.
My hands are.
Look at them. Look at them. Yeah.
Hands are.
Yeah.
Get some, baby.
Ooh.
Get some.
Yeah, well, hey, if there's anyone who knows anything about hot coffee mods, it's definitely Woods.
No.
That's an old school video game reference, so I guess it works for sex and video games.
All right.
I smell sex and coffee.
God. So the other thing that happened, we had the heel women's stable, which is now called the Riot, Double T Squad, Riot. They even renamed her Ruby Riot with 2 T's.
Fucking hate that.
They wanted to make sure that the lead of their women's stable has TTs, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Riot basically they wind up just causing havoc, just like pretty much the same thing that you started seeing on Raw, where they had the match against Charlotte, they wind up taking out Naomi, and there was someone else there, right? Who else did they beat up? Because Becky wasn't there. Was it just Naomi and Charlotte this time around?
Carmella, Natty.
Natty walked.
Right. She was like, screw you guys, I'm going home. And she just fucking went up the ramp. Yeah, and Yeah,
she's more like Terrence and Phillip. Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
They buried the whole women's division except for Charlotte. Charlotte was the only one that looked good because she was like the last one out there for a while, and she was holding her own against all three of them before she got hit with the riot kick.
Yeah.
So obviously you know what, man? They do a really good job making Charlotte seem like a badass versus everybody. You notice that? Like they should, I hope they keep that momentum going, because even when she loses, like say what you want about her, like when it comes to situations like that, I couldn't think of anyone better to just beat a bunch of bitches up to the jumping than Charlotte. Like it looks really well, and just so I really like that segment.
Only one person above Charlotte would be Asuka.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's as appropriate for her, as it would be, because Asuka is starting to look like the leader of that stable, but we're going to go into that a little bit later on.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, WWE starting to sell the Naomi injury stuff, and, they started saying that she had, on WWE.com that she had multiple injuries, including a cervical sprain, a shoulder separation, facial lacerations. That's all just to sell these girls and the ass beating that they gave.
A cervical sprain, like her cervix?
Right in the cervix.
Like, I'm lost here. Sorry. Is that what you mean? Like her cervix or something else?
I mean, look at it this way.
It was like her neck. Oh. Yeah, it's her cervix. They kicked her out in the vajayjay.
I was about to say, I mean, look at it this way. The room of 20 writers, you never know.
Right? Rider number 16. Let's go gash bashing.
She has a colon separation, a cervix sprain, and an appendix scar.
Hey, what's that on the floor? I think Naomi's uterus fell out.
They just put words in places, What about the time that they grabbed something from the ring during the tribute to the troops, and Michael Cole was like, "Look, he grabbed the covert op." I was like, "No, I don't think that's what that is."
That's a kendo stick, Michael.
A covert op, you fucking idiot.
Fucking Cole.
The other day we watched New Japan, one of the tag tournament ones. There's 3 new ones that came out. We watched the first of the 3 new ones, whichever one that. I don't know the day, man. There's so much New Japan shit. I just turn it on when I'm in the mood to watch wrestling. So we watched one of the first of the last 3 days that they did, and it was in a smaller place. And it had no commentary, no Japanese commentary, no English commentary. Every now and then I'll get a pay-per-view like that. I've gotten Evolves like that or PWGs. I forget exactly, but every now and then I'll get a pay-per-view. Sometimes I'll even get like Blu-rays and DVDs where you can switch the track to different languages, and one of the languages is none. Oh, it's heaven. It is heaven. It is the best way to watch wrestling because it feels like when I'm there, Like when I'm there, I never wonder what Michael Cole's doing or like what they think of this or any of that shit. So it's like, it just feels like when you're there, like when you don't hear them anymore. You could just really enjoy what's going on in the ring because they're not necessary, The story pretty much tells itself, especially when it's good wrestlers.
Yeah.
So it's just breath of fresh air to just be able to sit back and watch some New Japan over the weekend and just enjoy the wrestling and then come back and have to hear these motherfuckers and all the weird things that they say. I don't know how they go for 3 hours without just killing each other, honestly. I could just see it breaking. I wouldn't surprise when it breaks out, like when hamsters are in the wrong cage, like when they go into that rabid fucking fight mode that hamsters do. I could see that with the commentary on Raw. They always look like they're one fucking wheel. They always look like they're one wheel run away from just kicking each other's asses.
Especially Booker T, man. He gives.
Yeah. Man. Fucking Booker, dude.
The stupid stuff. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute.
You know what it is? Like sometimes if you're good at it, like if you concentrate, you can tone them out. And then when I do, they're gone for good. And I think those are the best parts. And then sometimes I get the lady will react and be like, do you hear what they said? And I'm like, nope. Didn't hear. I finally got to that channel in my head where I don't hear them anymore. I've been getting really good at it like lately where I'm not listening to like anything. Every now and then, like I'll listen. I'm like, oh God, like they're not even talking about the right shit.
Yeah, it's like I did last night.
If you guys could book announcers, who would you put for host calling Raw?
Morrow and Graves.
Bingo.
Do you mean anyone in the world or just from what we have?
In the wrestling community or whatnot, whoever.
I've always said my favorite commentator of all time is Joey Styles by far.
I put Joey Morrow in
Joey
Graves.
Styles was amazing in ECW.
You'd add him to the main.
That shit Styles that we got in Raw didn't do justice for who he really was. I would have put him and Nigel. Dream Team.
That would be awesome.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, I'd put that on any show I would
have to put Morrow in there somewhere because he's
if it's a 3-man team, sure.
But the thing is that Joey Styles, he is a good announcer, but he's a play-by-play announcer, and as is Morrow. So that's where I don't know if I would put the two of them together. Like, I think I'd have to choose one or the other. I think I'd go with Morrow. Yeah,
that's why I think it would be better with Nigel and one of them. And and yes, like Joey Styles, the reason why I think he's the most talented is because he did all of ECW by himself. There was no other guy there when he did it. And it's still some of the best. If you go back and just listen to some of his stuff, go on the network and watch some old ECW. It's amazing.
Go to Hardcore Heaven 97. One of the best things he called.
I don't remember what pay-per-view it was, but when Tajiri, I believe it was Tajiri, Jerry Lynn, and Super Crazy, they had like a 3-way dance.
Yes.
It was crazy. The stuff that was going on in the ring, the way he was calling and everything, like those things are what you really want to go and see for something like that. Especially if you like cruiserweights and shit like that. Like that is the guy that's going to call all of the stuff and is going to really just complement the action and put these guys over. And, Morrow does good too. Morrow does really good. And also, Nigel, Mr. Ring of Honor, he would do really solid for that. But
even Heyman.
Yeah, Heyman was good. Heyman, that brief time he was there, 2001, WrestleMania 17, he got to go really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just not these generics. Not
the Tom Phillips.
Fuck no.
Yeah, no more face fuckers. That's what I'm going to call all the bad announcers from now on. You're all a bunch of face fuckers.
Because they're all Tom Phillips.
Because you fuck the faces. Anyone who's a baby face doesn't get put over when you're out there because you're too busy arguing. You face fuckers.
Saxton. Look at
yeah, exactly.
Fucking potato.
Yeah, potato Saxton.
But you know what? I would take Saxton over fucking Booker any day.
Nope.
Any day.
No. I would. No.
Hell no.
I can't Booker.
No way. At least Booker's funny.
Booker makes me laugh.
Yeah, Booker's funny.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Yeah, Booker's funny. Byron just makes you want to punch yourself. Repeatedly.
I don't hate Byron. I'm just saying, Booker, the stupid shit. I think I've talked about this before. I will never forget Booker talking one day about
ship.
No, Snuka's Tamina came out, and I guess she'd been off or injured or whatever. He's like, Tamina looks like she's put on 10 pounds, and then there's like this awkward silence. A muscle. Like it was.
That's awesome.
Like it was just
how funny is he? He's just so stupid. It's funny. He makes you laugh.
Yeah,
I genuinely, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I have no issues with it.
Yeah,
I mean, I would get rid of Saxon, Phillips, and that other schmuck they have on. Was it 205 Live?
Yeah,
Joseph. What's his name?
Yeah, replace them all with the fucking fish tank.
There's another guy out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck his name is. He just annoys the hell out of me.
No.
He looks like a little peckerhead.
What do you think of NXT's team?
He looks like
you got
Corey
Morrow
Graves.
and Nigel, but what do you think of Percy Watson in there?
He doesn't even he doesn't annoy me, but he doesn't need to be there. Even this week, it was Morrow and Perry
Percy.
I was going to call him Perry. Just called it, and Nigel was off for whatever reason, and I didn't like it too much. So I would definitely go with just Morrow and Nigel McGuinness for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Percy's not needed.
No.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. And while we're talking about SmackDown and these different women's stables that are showing up, just to put into perspective WWE shit writing, Sonya Deville was quoted to ESPN saying that she didn't know that she was going to the main roster, what she was going to be doing until Monday around 3:30 p.m. So that's how quickly they make these decisions.
Oh my God.
It's not like there's a lot of preparation or she knows. It's kind of like that time they just had the urge to use her. She's not complaining or anything, but she was just casually bringing up that, they just told her 3:30 p.m. that Monday. I don't even like to be told last minute shit at 3:30 p.m. Monday. Can you imagine going on Raw to wrestle and be in a fucking stable?
Right?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's like, again, my head is shook. I can't, if that's true, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, to make your main roster debut, finding out at 3:30 in the afternoon that day? Like, that's crazy. I hope that's
had
not
to know
true.
Something that she was getting called up because she was there.
Yeah. I'm sure they give them inklings and stuff. Maybe they don't give them the whole game plan. I just can't imagine just throwing that like that. It went too smoothly too. Like,
well, like you said, all the girls were there.
All
so
the girls. They didn't even decide which ones they were going to use. They had the ones that wound up on SmackDown as well. I mean, we've heard it from Big Show. We've heard it from Jericho. We've heard it from Sasha. They've all said that sometimes they don't know. Sasha says she doesn't know what's going on at 5 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at last week. On social media. 1 minute it was Jason Jordan, the next minute it was Elias, and it was Jason Jordan, then Elias that was supposed to fight Roman Reigns. They kept changing.
I remember that. You're right. Yeah,
they kept seesawing back and forth.
It's a mess. Don't give them any credit. They're total fuck ups. It's a nightmare. It's a true nightmare. I would release everybody. Send them all home.
Mm-hmm.
Fire the writers.
Hashtag
that
trend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the main event, I believe, was Orton versus Owens, with the finish being the fight winds up bleeding to the top of the ramp because keep in mind, Zayn was banned from ringside. Another clever thing. So the fight bleeds to the top of the ramp, and that allows Zayn to interfere because technically he's not at ringside. He was at the top of the ramp. And basically he gets his licks, which affect Orton, and then when it gets back to the ring, Owens goes over with the frog splash. So that is that. He actually got a win over freaking Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course we had a backstage fallout between Owens and Zayn where they talked about overcoming the odds. And here's that for you.
Kevin, a victory for you here tonight against Randy.
Hey! You did it again. You did it again, dude. You are the man. You understand that? We are the men. They tried to stack the deck against us. They tried to do it last week. They put the entire roster around the ring as lumberjacks to try to stack the deck against us. Who walked out victorious? We did. We did. Tonight they tried to stack the deck to give you Randy Orton, crazy Randy Orton, who's been fuming for 2 weeks, waiting to get his hands on us. Who walked out victorious? We did. That's what we do. I gotta get out of here, right? You did awesome. You did awesome.
Owens just says nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like, I know, bro.
He's been doing that a lot lately. I kind of like the whole silent thing that he's been doing.
Did you? Oh, that thing we watched with the dogs and stuff, with them two coming to the ring.
What dogs?
Oh, their entrance, like somebody.
Oh, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes thing. Bianca Stevens.
Oh yes, I saw that. Oh my god, dude, that shit was.
Yeah, it was like the dogs, like that one dog that walks tough, and the other dog is jumping around them. They played that like with Sami Zayn's entrance music.
I love that entrance, man. That Zayn is really killing it with the heel entrance where he comes out all exaggerated and shit. That is awesome.
All right, let me ask you a question. Great. We always talk about like when somebody gets healed, they need to change their music. What do you think of Zayn using the same music?
I love it because of the way he's coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say ska's not like the hippest type of music either, in my opinion. Like, I'm not a huge ska fan, and well, I shouldn't say that. I am, but like right now, it's not like, you know, super popular. So for it to be kind of out of the ordinary in itself, I think is a good idea. And I think he kind of makes it work. Like it's almost in an annoying kind of way. I think it works.
Yeah, I think it's all right. All right. Well, that was SmackDown in a nutshell. Really good show. Better than Raw as usual. I expect it to be better next week as well. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for our next story, we're going to go into a bunch of Bullet Club news.
For life.
So, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks are going to host their own wrestling event. They're going to host and finance their own wrestling event. And the goal is for them to sell out a $10,000 arena. I mean, a 10,000 set arena.
Yes.
And, I think that would be fantastic. It's funny how the Bullet Club becoming like its own brand in more ways than expected. So, really happy about that.
Where are they hosting it?
They haven't decided yet exactly where. There's a lot of places that are on the table as far as hosting it goes. But nothing has been definitively drawn out. So
it'll go over.
Yeah, but they are shopping around, so keep a lookout, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love for it to be in New York.
I was to say New York, LA, or Japan. That's where I think it's going to go to.
Wow, yeah,
I can see that.
I would be all in for something that's in New York. You know, because I mean they've done stuff as the Bullet Club in New York for Ring of Honor, but just for it to be their own thing would really be.
Oh yeah, they'll
else.
probably it'll probably be like a Ring of Honor pay-per-view or a New Japan pay-per-view with mixed talent, since
Yeah,
I could see that easily. And if it's anywhere near me, I might. If it's up in New York and I have enough time, I might even come up there and hang out for the weekend.
Cool. Well, Cody was on Busted Open Radio and he talked a little bit about this event, so there's that for you guys.
Well, I felt we were far enough in the process to let people know, just to give them the heads up, the indication that this is something that's going to be happening. It was a bet with Dave Meltzer and myself turned into, it's not really even about the bet at all. Now it's just about doing it. And that's really where we're at in the process. And as details come in, full transparency, there are no marks to me. You're a fan or you're a friend. So everyone will know. I'm very open on my social space. Everyone will know what's what, when is what, and where is what, which is currently where we're at in the process.
So is this a situation where you and the Bucks will be like promoting your own show, or will this be in conjunction with Ring of Honor?
Well, Ring of Honor is absolutely on fire, but I mean, you know this, Bully. They're on fire right now with the streak of sellouts, with the final battle approaching, which is just so special in itself. It's something that we definitely would like them to be a part of this, because Ring of Honor has been our home. Joe, Greg, and all the higher ups at Ring of Honor put their faith in me and the Bucks, and in turn, we have put our faith in them. So again, as I get real details, so that I'm not just speaking to you vaguely, you guys will be the first to know. And every time something breaks, if you want me to come on Busted Open and break it, I'll do it. So it's just a matter of, it's really happening in 2018. 10,000 seats, they're going to be filled. And like I said, we are swinging for the damn fences.
I love it. So at this, Dave, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure I get these questions in with Cody. So Cody, as of right now, is it fair to paint the picture that this is an independent show that Cody and the Bucks are putting on in a 10,000 seat arena?
Right now, it's fair to paint the picture that myself, Matt, and Nick Jackson are self-financing the 10,000 seat show. Where we go from here, because there's a lot of folks who want to be part of it, where we go from here is still very much up in the air.
Is it going to be in a one of those great wrestling cities? Will it be in a New York, a Chicago, a Philadelphia? You get the point.
Ooh, I mean, the three cities you named are, as the field narrows down and the discussions we've had with various buildings, and the specs on various buildings, all three of those cities there's an arena in each of them that's currently being discussed, not to mention the West Coast, Ontario. Somebody, blabbed about that already, which is fine because I want people to be excited. That's the point. The whole point is for fans to be excited. But yeah, there's, I certainly think it will be in one of the cities that has a rich wrestling tradition and a great, wrestling fan base, but we want people from everywhere. We want this to appeal to the world, and that's kind of been the sentiment with Ring of Honor as of late. I feel like the product at Ring of Honor appeals to the world, and their partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling has really helped that. So we want the same.
So in a perfect world, fantasy booking, if you could have everything your way, what's the main event of this show?
Me versus Daniel Bryan. And for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, if I could have everything, that's what I would do.
Wow, that's a good match. And Bianca,
I love it.
They might be coming to your postal code.
I hear that. I could see it happening in Toronto for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could definitely see them doing a tour of this to cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as rumors floating around that Daniel Bryan was going to be cleared for the Rumble, it's all rumors. Nothing like that has happened. But who knows? Maybe he'll be cleared by then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to see it. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, let him wrestle. Just give it up, WWE. You know, just do what you got to do. Either let him go or give it to him.
Yeah, exactly. Make up your mind. Shit.
Shit, get off the pot, damn it.
Exactly. So the Bullet Club, we're hearing that in Pro Wrestling Tees, they sold over 417,430 t-shirts in the last 4 months. And they're the top selling shirt at Hot Topic.
You know what?
Of course.
I don't know about you guys, but I had Hot Topic canceled my fucking Bullet Club t-shirt order. Because they said they were out of stock on them and they never took them off the fucking website. And I've tried calling customer service and they don't fucking pick up the phone. I will never order a fucking t-shirt from there again.
Were those the ones that were on sale Black Friday?
Yep.
And they just canceled them?
Yep. They said, we don't have these. We changed your order. Sorry. And then now they're back up to like $20 and they're trying to sell them to me for that. I'm like, fuck no, I want to pretend.
Yeah, they could have at least given you a rain check or something like that.
Yeah, and they didn't tell me till like Tuesday. And it's like 5 days after I placed the order. It's like, bullshit. If I put it online, then you fucking send it to me. It's in stock now. I have don't understand why they can't send it to me.
Yeah, they could have at least given you a discount or something or what. Yeah, somebody dropped the ball on that shit.
I'm making the official Talk Brunch announcement that we are boycotting Hot Topic.
No.
It's easy. I mean, it's easy enough. Okay. Why not? Sure. Yeah, fuck them.
I get too many of my Funko Pops from there.
Oh, I was trying to help you out, man.
No, I'm not ordering t-shirts. I'll order the Pops until they fuck me over on those. I won't order t-shirts from them.
I would say fuck all to them for that.
Yeah, Chris says in the chat room to tweet them.
They're no better than EA.
Oh, what's up, Hero? Entering over in the 2K18 Vodcast chat room. Thanks for coming by tonight.
Yeah, we should tag them in a post. Just put that we're in here discussing how shitty they are.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Right now live. You could hear it live, guys. Click on it. Hot Topic. Terrible. But yeah, the shirts are selling, so that's the reason why they probably couldn't meet the demand, because it's the hottest selling shirt online and in retail stores.
Yep.
And,
I believe it.
Yeah, they were on Colt Cabana's podcast, The Art of Wrestling, which I'm going to link you guys to. But they talked a little bit about invading Raw and how much planning went into it. And the funny thing about it is that they planned their stuff way ahead of time, unlike actual fucking WWE. They planned.
This is what I was hinting at earlier, that people plan this shit months in advance.
Yeah, so you guys got to listen to this. So this is what they had to say.
And I mean, it was probably the hatred was probably from people who don't follow me on Twitter anyway, or who even know who I am. They just heard about me from the invasion, and all the people who love our show loved it. You know what I mean? So it's just, but it's either I love you, you're the greatest, you're changing the business, or I hate you and I want you to die. It's one of those two.
So why? It's so weird because I don't want to give this man his name, the man with the tennis racket, right? Yeah, but we talk about his idea for. We could tell that he just wants to be relevant, controversy,
of course,
right? And I know you guys have both been pretty loud about it, but that's like in the back of your head, you're like, ooh, let's cause a little controversy to get him talking.
Right.
When you go to www.
You can just say it if you want.
/cease.
I get what he's doing. He's playing a character.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get a character over.
But we didn't do the invasion just for that fact.
No, we were telling a story.
We had this plan months and months and months ago. And we built the story on being the elite for months, and we knew that they would be there that day.
Knew that.
And we planned
and where's the Stooge at? The Stooge would be at a WWE show. So it was more about us blowing this storyline off. So it bothers us.
And it was a little bit of a parody of the DX.
Sure.
Thing.
But it almost bothers us because it's like, no, you don't really watch the show for what it was for.
Exactly.
You're just watching because we did an invasion. And it's the first time they'd ever seen it. Watch the whole show. Like we found the Stooge now. Like, come on. It wasn't just about let's cause a stir and get heat with WWE officials. Like, no, we
knew that would come along with it.
It was more about the show.
Yeah.
Really. It's all about the show.
Yeah. Like,
we have storylines already planned for the next 6 to 8 months that you already know about.
Right. Which is mind blowing.
So we think of these things ahead of time.
Right.
More so than most major wrestling companies, which is crazy.
Yeah, totally.
But we knew there would be consequences, but man, I didn't know they would be as crazy as they've been. But you know what? It's funny because every time they sell for us, the story just gets bigger. Because it could have just been a viral video we put out, right? And then it goes away after a week. And then the next Being the Elite goes out.
Yeah.
No. They keep doing all these things and taking these extra measures to make our video pop up in the news again and again and again and again and again. So now it's become like this infamous thing that happened.
Yeah. As a result, they help make them some money.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, the whole cease and desist T-shirt is one of the best sellers at Hot Topic. They were telling me today when I went in the store. But so they said that shirt, they can't keep it on the shelves. So yeah, they're making the money hand over fist.
They're not just good wrestlers. They're good businessmen. They're good everything.
Oh, yeah.
They're very smart and they know what they're doing. And I don't blame them. They're making a lot more money, like they said, than they would in the WWE because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's killing them. It's killing them over there. They wish they had a Bullet Club so badly, but they proved with Gallows and Anderson that they're not capable of doing one anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
it's so sad. I know what Scott wants to say. Go ahead, Scott.
But what do I want to say?
Who's in the chat room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, Detroit's in the house.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Excellent.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay, I don't want to go off topic. I don't want to go off topic too much. Okay, but have you guys heard about that James Franco movie that's coming out?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I will definitely say that.
You mean the one that the drop is from, Bianca?
Yes. Yeah. It's all coming together. I wasn't sure where this clip came from. Then this movie came out, and then I've seen this thing about the actual movie, how terribly good it is.
It's not terribly good. It's like a Flash Gordon. It's so bad. It's like a cult following.
Yeah. So anyway, I made a deal with my boyfriend this weekend. I said, if we can watch The Room, I will watch 3 to 4 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Oh, but you want to know something?
What's that?
I heard that movie, The Disaster Artist, is getting high marks in reviews.
Yes, it is.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm glad somebody caught that.
That is fucking great. You know
I
what?
can't take credit. I saw that somewhere on social media somewhere.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook and I almost fucking died. I was laughing so hard.
When I first saw the trailer to that movie, because I remember I had only seen The Room a few months before that. When I first saw the trailer, the first time I didn't realize it was Franco. I thought it was the guy. I was like, wait a minute.
Did I.
Holy shit, it's Franco. That's ridiculous. He's such a good actor, man. That and The Deuce, if you've seen him, like he's just able to do so many good roles. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And just to think, I mean, even in Spider-Man 3, he was the best part of it. In those original ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except for that third one, seeing Spider-Man riding on the Goblin glider was fucking sacrilege. It's like, what is this?
But I mean, James Franco was pretty dope in the movie. Even that movie, that one with the space aliens or like the end of the world or whatever it was, where they were all at the party and the world blew up.
Oh, I don't know. It happens in every movie that's not with superheroes.
Yeah, it was him, Danny, what the hell's his name? Danny McBride and fucking Seth Rogen. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? That was
Pineapple Express.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, not Pineapple Express. That movie sucked too, though. But the one he's talking about sucked almost as much. Like, the first half was good, but it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, like, that. What's her name was at the party? Like Emma Watson or something?
Nobody is fucking me. Yeah.
Oh, till the end? Or, this is the end.
Something like that. Yeah, that might be it. But yeah, that was all right for the first half. Then after a while, it was like, what's going on? Some of those movies, like, it's almost like the beating the dead horse thing with Breezango, where after a while, like the other day, I forget what channel I was on. It was on, I think I might have been on Comedy Central, and they played Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and 2. And don't ask me why I let this shit run in the background. It's just such a bizarre, like the second one completely overstayed its welcome. And,
I thought the first one did. I don't even think I saw the second one.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was just compelled to see it through, and I actually, like, Comedy Central does a lot of censoring, so I was like, you know what, let me cue this up on the, without the bleeps and stuff, and I actually watched it and I was like, this is fucking bizarre, man. Like, a lot of the same people. What's his name is in there, right? I forget his name. I forget the actor's name. I'm not gonna remember it now.
Jonah Hill?
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
Yeah. But, yeah, good stuff. I'm definitely want us to talk about The Room on here, or not The Room, but the Disaster Artist.
Disaster Artist?
Yes. Yeah, I'll definitely go check it out for sure.
Yeah, you know,
is that out in theaters now?
I don't think until Christmas.
Yeah.
I thought it comes out nationwide on the 8th.
That would make more sense since there's a lot of early reviews coming in. I would assume it's in a few days.
Yeah, that would be Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what we need? We need to drop, whenever we're talking about WWE's bad writing, just of, it's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I'd love to.
And if you guys ever saw my profile pic on Facebook, it's just a Christmas sweater with that guy's face on it saying, "Oh, hi, Santa."
That is like the best Christmas sweater I've seen, man.
There's other ones that say it's like about Lisa on it or something.
Is that the future wife?
That's a girl's name in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I
you're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I hear the big thing is your future wife. She's your future wife. No?
No, I haven't heard that.
I just watched a thing today about it. That's all. So never mind.
Yeah. Hero on the other chat room. Shout out Hero. He's a little confused about what the hell's going on here. He's usually only here for game night. So it's like, what is this that we're talking about? We must be speaking Japanese to him.
Let's talk about a movie called The Room. Check it out, Hero.
Yes.
I want a 3-page report on my desk by 9 a.m.
I'll drop you some links after the show's over so you could see. I'm going to share some stuff on our page as well, just for anyone that didn't know. I didn't realize how many people didn't know about it, but yeah, I'm going to definitely drop some stuff there. So as far as the Bullet Club goes, there was a little bit more news. We had the star of the star of Arrow, Stephen Amell, basically saying that, he was at some Heroes and Villains fan fest in Atlanta. And he talked about the fact that he's trying to get the Bullet Club to be on Arrow, which would actually be pretty interesting. Like, that'll be the ultimate connection for them to have. But go ahead.
Cody. Yeah, because Cody was on there.
Yeah, and then of course when he came to WWE and they had the feud when he was Stardust and all that other shit.
Yeah.
But this is what he had to say.
That'd be so good. I'm trying to get those guys to come out to one of these shows as a group. I think that would be amazing. Those guys are great. Matt and Nick and Kenny and Cody being the main guys that I've been able to hang out with. I appreciate anyone that does something in an entrepreneurial spirit, and those guys, they're really paving their own way. I mean, we would decimate them within one episode. They would be the group that we would foil in Act 1 and then figure out what the real problem was. What am I saying?
We'll tell Cody that.
We'll talk to Cody about that. No, of course, Cody's been on the show. So if Samson was ever going to come back on the show, it would only make sense that he would be surrounded by his group of Bullet Club friends. That'd be fun.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Please tag Cody in this. I want to see this wrath. I just want to observe. Okay.
I would watch the episode. I've never watched an episode of Arrow, but I would watch that.
Yeah, I would totally watch that episode.
Yeah, why not, right? The Bullet Club playing bad guys.
Yeah.
It would be like when Kenny Omega plays a bad guy in that Tiger Mask thing.
Oh no, they hit White Canary with a Meltzer driver.
That would be messed up.
That would be awesome, though.
That would be fucking awesome.
What's the movie version of a Meltzer driver?
The BME, the best Meltzer ever.
The movie version of it?
Yeah, best movie Meltzer, BMME, best movie Meltzer ever.
Oh my god. We're really reaching with that one, the BMLE.
Vince, those guys over there at Talk Brunch are having a little brain fart. We might, we'll just give them a few more minutes.
Like he just has it in his headset when he's working out, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, man. So next topic, you've all been waiting for it, is Alberto del Patron. Yes.
Yeah.
I miss his entrance, that old entrance with Ricardo Rodriguez. I think that's the best entrance ever.
It was a pretty good entrance. Yeah, I like
that entrance.
Yeah, I like the smug look on Ricardo's face when he was about to introduce him. The whole thing just had a good vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he recently he was on a Impact Wrestling teleconference, and he talked about that he was considering leaving wrestling and retiring because while he loves real wrestling fans, keyboard warriors and the dark side of the business have made him consider giving up on wrestling to do something else with his life. And he said that he'll work through all of 2018 before a possible retirement tour the year after. That's still a long time, you know. It's kind of like you're not retiring until 2020 then. If you're going to do a retirement tour after 2018. So in 2019, you're going to be touring, which means 2020 is roughly around when you'll be done. Which means you're not retiring. You just wanted to bitch about fans.
Yep.
That's what that translates to for me. I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
You know, sorry.
Fuck Del Rio.
Yeah, don't believe you as far as that. Don't see a retirement in your future. It's too soon. I think he just wanted to blow off some steam there. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Fucking perro.
Yeah, and
he's holding him hostage for more money.
It's weird because this is on a conference call with Impact Wrestling. What the fuck would you need to talk about the fans? I guess because you're retiring, but it's just a weird conversation to have on an Impact Wrestling conference call.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
And then sitting there saying, what fans? We have 14 in attendance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so weird, right? And then also we have he also spoke about Paige on the conference call. Like they asked him like what he thought of his ex-girlfriend returning to WWE. And he's quoted as saying, "It's fantastic. It was just about time. I used to say this all the time. People forget that she had neck surgery. Screws behind her neck. That's the real reason she was out of the business, and it takes time to recover from something like that. And then she started working really hard for her big comeback. And now she's there. She's doing what she's been doing since the beginning of her career in WWE. She's killing it. She's doing a fantastic job. I said it before and I'll say it again. She has all the potential to be the most successful diva of all time. We have to give her time."
Yeah.
So, I agree with him on that.
Yeah.
It's true. I think it's a little weird for him to be commenting on her return, considering, you know, he's so anti-WWE. I would think he wouldn't admit to be watching it, but.
Yeah, I guess he's still supporting her.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess whatever happened, they must have ended things as friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's really good. Also, he was on Conan's podcast. And he actually gave some information as to why him and Paige broke up. So I'm going to let you guys hear that.
I think by now everybody knows that we're not together. We decided to end our relationship because she's in Orlando, I'm in San Antonio, and now she's back on the road. And, you know, the schedule over there is nonstop, and my schedule is nonstop with my pro wrestling shows, my projects and stuff with Telemundo, Mexico, TV Azteca, calendar, clothing line, charity events, and all that stuff. So we were not seeing each other, and because she was training and getting ready to go back, they were not letting her come to San Antonio. I couldn't go to Orlando because I have 3 little kids. And I was coming home 2 or 3 days, and I had to choose between going to Orlando or staying with my kids. So, of course, I decided to stay with my kids. We decided to end our relationship. And you know, I know people just found out, or they're just finding out right now. And the ones finding out, it was just days or a few weeks ago, because we ended up the relationship, weeks ago, but we both agreed not to say absolutely anything because we got tired of having media, people, everyone having an opinion about us, including family having an opinion about our relationship and what we do or what we used to do. So we decided not to say anything, and actually when we were in Canada doing Impact tapings, I talked to Paige and I said, listen, I think it's about time for us to say something because, you know, I mean, people, they're starting to realize that we're not together, especially because I'm always working and with my kids somewhere else and you're always hanging out with your friends. After asking her if we should say something, and having Paige say, no, I don't want to. You and I had an agreement. So you want to say something. I want. And I said, well, okay, I'm going to respect our agreement, and I'm not going to say anything. But then apparently a friend accidentally posted a video or put a video out there for a couple seconds and deleted it. But in the internet, once you put something in the internet, it's there forever. So people started coming to me, and I was like, seriously? So I called Paige. I said, come on, what's going on? And she was, it was an accident. It was my friend. I said, yeah, but Ray, it's always your friends. It's always your family. It's always your brother. It's always someone from your side. And it's just not fair. I said, you and I had an agreement. And even though it wasn't you breaking it, it was someone from your side. And I'm just tired of being affected by your side of people or your people, But yeah, that's the reality of things. We ended up in good terms. She wants the best for me. I want the best for her. I know she's going to be the most successful diva in history. She has all the talents and we had an amazing relationship. And I just want to say this: the haters, they never broke us. We decided to do this because it's the best for our careers and my kids.
Let me ask you a question, because I remember when I asked you this and you were like, well, I didn't even know it was going to happen. But how about the time that she proposed to you in Puerto Rico?
I never saw that coming. The best part was because I turned around and I was like, what the F? And I was like, we were having a fantastic time because it was just us, there was no one involved. Yeah, my family, but my family was always taking care of us, but none of her side was there. So we were having a great time. So turn around, saw her on one knee, proposing, and I was like, oh my God! And then
and the whole crowd is going, see. How do you know?
All the people were saying see, and including my brother. My brother had the Mexican flag, and he was pounding on the canvas, and he was like, see, and I'm like, seriously, bro? and now, of course, I accepted because, we were in love. We were like, it was real. He was always taking care of each other, but, it's just, I don't know why the people decided to just mess with us, and they never let us be.
You know what I think? I think one of the reasons people started to get involved is because there was an incident in Vegas where I think she might have gotten arrested. There was another one in Orlando where she had thrown a drink in your face and you were trying to get her arrested. Another one where she punched you in the face. So all these little things, I think, is when people were like, okay, something there is going on, but we don't know whose fault it is or what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, it was just the internet. I need to tell you this. We are passionate in everything we do. We have strong tempers, and she's just like me when it comes to like being hot-headed and acting or reacting in a different way when she's mad, just like me. But we were always taking care of each other, and we need to. I never talked about any of this before, but I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, because I was protecting my wife. I was protecting the woman that was going to be my wife. She works in a company, and we all know that she works for a company with zero tolerance. That company fires you for whatever reason. Sometimes they don't even need a reason to fire you. And of course, people were talking, just assuming things, but based on assumptions, and that included her family, or in this case, her brother. And also because when that crap in Orlando, which is completely fake because nothing happened. I never heard her. She never heard me. It was just internet BS and people believe in it. And the reason why when the Orlando incident that affected my life so much happened, I didn't say anything. Number one, because I was already suspended. The company and their zero tolerance thing, and me thinking, oh, they're going to fire her. I mean, and as you know, unfortunately, for female wrestlers, it's impossible to exist or nearly impossible to exist out of WWE. Me, I prove everyone that WWE doesn't need me and I don't need them. I'm making a fantastic living, pretty much making the same amount of money than the money I was doing when I was there, but it's not the same for girls. And when that stuff happened and the brother went crazy and started saying stuff, Paige, said to me, baby, like, just, you know what? I'm going to say something about what happened in Orlando. I said, baby, don't say anything because just wait. I'm already suspended. I'll fix it. Once we get the police reports, the state attorney reports, everybody will know the truth. Everybody will know that what you're saying, your brother, is completely wrong, and that never, ever happened.
So that's the reason.
Yeah. He said he was suspended at that time that Orlando happened. I thought he got suspended because of Orlando.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, he did get suspended because of it.
Yeah,
that was the one with the drink and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
that's why they suspended him and stripped him. But he's saying he was suspended at that time already, which he wasn't. I don't know.
Who knows? I think
can't get a story. We probably just can't keep a story straight. That's all.
Yeah, I think there's more to it than that because there's a lot of people that are in the wrestling business that have schedules where they're apart and are part of different companies, and if they really want to do it, they'll do it anyway, you know?
I mean, technically, even the same company. Look at Cass and Carmella.
Yeah, well, it's easier because they're traveling together, but there's situations where people are not. I mean, I guess, because
Zack Ryder is dating Chelsea Green from TNA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? So, I mean, who knows? Maybe they just got tired of each other's shit.
Probably.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's funny. That's the breaking point of them, is being apart. Not all the drama and everything that was happening prior. It was the being apart.
I can't. Yeah, because they couldn't get into trouble together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a mess, right? Well, I mean, I'm really overall, I'm happy that everything turned out the way that it did.
It could have gone way worse. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that this went the way that I really hoped from the beginning it would go. And now we can just get back to regular stuff because she is a good talent to have. And yeah, compared to what we've been dealing with in the Divas division right now, which is stale as fuck, it's a lot better as a result of these changes.
I'm surprised they put her right back into such a prominent role. I mean, that's how much faith they have in her.
Not that prominent if Asuka turns out to be the leader, but that's felt like a thing for later on.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Keep teasing you guys. News at 11.
Just a tip.
Yep, exactly.
What a lick. Psych.
Oh, shit. So Leo Rush, I keep hearing stuff with poor Leo Rush here, like that he's still going through hell because of what he did.
I haven't seen him on TV since then.
Yeah, well, he removed all WWE stuff from his Twitter profile and he changed his hometown from Orlando to Baltimore.
Wow.
Uh-oh. And, so it looks like the rumors might be true.
Then he tweeted all in caps reflection. And that's all the tweet said. But, we're hearing that he's worked since then. Like he was at a house show on November 30th, I believe. He was at a house show after doing that.
That was just
I had heard about that and I was like,
Yeah, as a matter of fact, for anyone who wants to see, this is him from the November 30th house show. So, I mean, knowing that, I don't know what's going on. Why would he remove that stuff?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Maybe they told him, they were like, maybe they said, look, we're going to fire you, but get some matches in.
Do they have actual contracts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was going to say, maybe he signed for so many dates and then he's done.
Maybe something happened there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out more.
Marceline said that maybe WWE was trying to protect Paige in some weird way.
Who knows with those two, like we said, that's just odd that they had that fucking relationship that it was just out there.
Yeah.
And
Bobby and Whitney style.
Worse.
Yeah, big time.
No, I don't know. There were no tubs involved in this one. So I think it's fine.
Damn.
Everyone escaped alive.
Oh, well. So yeah, I don't know what happened with Leo Rush though. Like, I wish he didn't make that comment. I guess that's what happens when you are not ready for WWE.
Oh my God.
I know, right? Savage.
But
Well, do you guys feel that he's learned his lesson, or you think they should just go through with the release?
No, I mean, he's learned his lesson, man. If he apologized, he hasn't worked since then until the 30th, which was like 2 months. Well, yeah, almost 2 months.
Yeah, but we don't know what's been happening backstage. Like, he could have that same shitty attitude backstage as well.
I think we would have heard more about that.
Yeah, a lot more stuff would have come out.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I hope they keep him. He's a good hand. He's a good talent.
Oh, yeah. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So, in other news here, Jim Johnston was released from WWE. The guy
so sad.
That goes to show that there's no fucking such thing as loyalty in this company, right?
No. Exactly. I mean, shit, dude.
There's no job security whatsoever. Like, once you outlast your usefulness, they will throw you out. It is crazy. Mm-hmm. The guy who made The Rock's theme song, Stone Cold's theme song, D-Generation X, so many other ones. What else did he do? I actually have a list here. He did Vince's song. He did The Ultimate Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
He did Jericho, Jake the Snake, Lesnar. Wow.
I can't remember what
they fucking threw him out like Jazz on Fresh Prince, man.
For those fucking CFO $sign people, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that is. What is that? Who is that? I never even noticed that before.
Fucking know. Yeah. I don't really give a shit.
Apparently they've done Nakamura, Sasha Banks, Samoa Joe, and Bobby Roode's music. You know what? Legitimately, all songs I could live without. Where it's like, yeah, they're good songs and everything, but they're not the caliber of the other songs that we just named. Like, I don't even like Nakamura's music. They fucked his music up from
oh my God, yes. They totally fucked his music.
Was it better in New Japan?
His music was
just
way
so
better.
Racist, and
it is very fucking racist. And now all he's known is for his fucking music.
The song is actually called like Rise of the Sun.
Rising Sun.
Yeah. And we had conversations on here before Nakamura debuted. Well, it's exactly what we were hoping wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where we were just like, oh man, like what's happening? Like, why does, like what if they give him something very Asian sounding and stuff? And we were worried about that for like a good long time. And that's exactly what they did. Like, he didn't really need to have music like that. Like, his music used to suit him better. Whereas now it's just like, it sounds like an old Japanese man is coming out.
Yeah, exactly. His music was so badass in New Japan. I mean, it started out real soft and it just kept building and building. And you were like, yeah, it just pisses me off.
Wait, let's make this right. Stuff.
That's my shit right there.
And he was doing the same motions. He just came out faster to the rhythm of this music, you know. And then when we do the whole Shinsuke Nakamura, he would arch his back, and all the streamers and shit were flying. Just the whole effect of it was like really better than what we're getting.
Yeah, he'd get the whole yow from the crowd,
you know
and
sounds like?
What's that?
A boss fight to a Nintendo game.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh no, it's great. Don't get me wrong, it's better than the shit he has now. But it does definitely sounds like you're gonna go fight the boss in some kind of like fighting game, like two bad dudes.
Yeah, it's just so good. Like I used to get so hyped when I would hear that, you know, like, oh, here comes Nakamura. And all I asked when I heard he was coming here was just don't make him too Asian. Like just cause he's an Asian guy doesn't mean we have to or any of that shit, you know, just give him fucking music. Just give him cool music. He's a cool guy. It doesn't have to like have like something like that to it. So that was really disappointing. They don't know shit. It's like the themes, ever since they started using these guys, now that I think about it, the guys that they have, the themes have been underwhelming. They've been good for WWE themes, but like the stuff that everyone else has been better. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I don't know.
Owens. I like Owens' theme. Balor's got a good theme.
Yeah.
AJ's is okay. The Club is a good song. I like that.
No, AJ's theme is lame.
It is kind of lame because
I love this TNA theme. Get ready to fly.
Okay, you know what? We need to do an AJ Styles comparison as far as themes go, because you're right. I think that he had really good themes literally everywhere but WWE.
Yeah, his TNA was the best.
Yeah,
I like his TNA themes.
Yeah, Get Ready to Fly was good. I like his Bullet Club one too, but let's find Get Ready to Fly first.
Oh, Bobby Roode's Glorious is glorious.
Yes, I was trying. As I was trying to spit out before. Bobby Roode's. I love Bobby Roode's song.
This was the original AJ Styles thing.
Why does it sound like a 45 being played at 33?
Yeah, this to me is still AJ Styles in a lot of ways, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when it had the whole Aces and Eights thing and he came down to like, you know, with that black outfit, didn't they change his song then?
His song was Evil Ways. It was
Evil Ways, yes.
Really slow song, but then when he got to the end, he would turn back into this. Once the gimmick was over, like he would halfway walk down slow, and he would like throw his hood off, and like this music would come on. Yeah, but you know what? In all fairness, those were still his best matches, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to me that was the shit, man. It's like, say what you want about TNA, but when they were getting it right, they were getting it right, especially when it came to theme songs. But as far as AJ Styles goes, his New Japan Bullet Club theme, what was it called? Demigod?
Yes.
I believe it was. That shit was fantastic.
Yes, that's on my workout playlist, man.
That is AJ Styles. That song, Demigod, basically the Bullet Club AJ Styles New Japan theme screams AJ Styles. And this to me is the best one.
You know, I've been waiting on this my whole life, Slim. You my homie. Let's make shit happen.
This is my time. Yeah, and then he takes the hood off and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now I give it all I got. This is not what you think. This is nowhere near a game to me. It's the air that I breathe in my wildest dreams. Seems out of reach and a little off of my grass. Times past used to fall on my ass every time heavy grind.
See what I mean? Just better songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that to me, all of that's better than what. And the CF guys, they did the AJ one also, right? They don't want none.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
So fucking lame. It all sounds like the same cookie cutter shit.
I'll never forget my reaction when I first heard that shit. I was like, wait a minute, is that Krampus singing that? What the fuck?
All I know is when I heard that, I was like, it's fucking AJ.
Oh, it's so
fucking
good.
AJ.
So
He's
good.
in the WWE.
It's like whenever people start popping, whenever one of these guys gets pulled over, a lot of the time I mourn them. Like Nakamura. Remember, if you go back to when they announced Nakamura, I was really fucking sad on here. It's like, really? No.
Yeah,
Hero said if he ever does a party, you're the DJ, Rick.
Yeah, as far as Bobby Roode goes, Chris, I'm trying to see here. Bobby Roode had decent TNA music, right?
I don't remember. I remember Beer Money.
And Bobby Roode had the exact same gimmick that he has right now. His gimmick never really changed, but the music they gave him is what brings it all together. But this was his music.
I'm off the chain. Time to go against the grain. I'm off the chain. Never gonna be
What is rejected Chevy truck commercial music, Alex?
No, I gotta say, his WWE music's way better.
Oh yeah, of course. But they didn't do bad for him there. Everyone else though, everyone else is sounding way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone else's stuff is like way more on point than that. But you see that like Jim Johnston stuff still stands the test of time. Like you can still hear the Stone Cold theme or the Rock theme.
Oh, you hear that glass breaking, you're going crazy.
You know, and those themes work. It's like there's no reason to release that guy. Even if you're not using him currently, I mean, you just decided you're never going to use him? Like, you're just changing the direction of the music of, like, some of the most iconic music in the company?
Lemmy, when you hear Triple H's music hit when you're at a live event, just the whole fucking Motorhead vibe is just awesome. I love it.
Well, he's the king of entrances. Like, literally, if you go back and look at
There's still on the network, and it's just about, like, the best, I believe it was, like, the top 25 theme songs. If you have get a chance, watch it. It's really interesting, and they interview him for most of the songs and some of the stories and stuff on there. It's really cool. But yeah, if you have a chance, check it out for sure.
Yeah, he has a record of good music. He got to come out to the DX theme, the Run DMC version of the DX theme, which I think is way better than the original guy. Ironically, both DX people, the Run DMC, obviously you guys know the guy from Run DMC died.
Yeah.
The guy from DX died, and Motorhead, the guy from Motorhead died. Everyone who's ever done Triple H's music is dead. Just saying. Really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But, he had a lot of good themes. He had the two DX themes. He had the Motorhead, the two Motorhead themes.
Yeah.
And,
the King
entrances,
of Kings
when you think of entrances, like a lot of the entrances were really iconic. Like DX got the most pyro and glow sticks. Then the whole game entrance, the drama of that, the fucking water spit. And then when it comes to manias and stuff. Like, it's outrageous. It's like
that
really.
Terminator entrance was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The Game of Thrones entrance.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, he does a lot of crazy stuff. So, but a lot of, like I said, I think music's really important, and the CFO people haven't done anything that makes me think
stands out.
Just the Glorious. The Glorious is the only one.
Mm-hmm.
They did that?
Yeah. They did the Bobby Roode one. That was the only. Sasha's is okay, but honestly, it's not like, it's more that she compliments her music more than it compliments her.
Yeah.
And again, the Nakamura's balls. Like, I don't know why the fuck they gave that to him.
Vince, I think we're gonna have to go back and change Nakamura's music. You give the fastest guy the slowest song. And the same thing with the AJ Styles, where it's like normally he has some elaborate freestyle lyrics and shit in his, and it's just saying they don't want none, they don't want none, they don't want none, they don't want none, oh they don't want none, they don't want none, they don't want none, they don't want. Get the fuck out of here! Fuck you. That was the effort you put into this? Boo.
Yeah, boo.
It's bullshit.
Vince, I think
it is bullshit.
Crunch's creative and music.
Vince, I think we're going to need to hire Jim Johnston to fuck back. Like, even just out of respect, I would give that guy something to do, just the respect of like, yeah, man, 30 years in the company, even at fucking Dunkin' Donuts, they'd give you the respect. Like, you're telling me that the guy that made this music is not just a role that you could keep him in?
Destin says, fuck my life, now it's stuck in my head.
Yeah, it's not the worst song. I'm not even saying it's the worst, but I'm just saying when you look at the history of AJ Styles and who he is and all the different themes, it always felt like it was an AJ Styles song, not like a song that was given to AJ Styles, which to me, that's how I feel about the Nakamura one. And to even further that thought, we didn't get to talk about it here because we didn't have time, but Bobby Roode originally picked his song. They have like a pool of songs that you choose from, kind of like when you create a character in the game. And he chose a different song, and before he was going to go out, Triple H suggested the Glorious to him, saying that you might want to, like, he thinks that would be better. So these songs are literally all just laid out for people. As a matter of fact, I've heard from several sources that Nakamura was originally going to get the Glorious, and they switched it at the last minute. So it's not like they're making these songs, the CFO fucking $. They're not making these songs for the people the way Jim Johnston's done, where I've seen interviews with him. I've seen shoot interviews where he talked about the thought that went into the character and who the character was and how he was going to present that shit. These are songs that these guys are just randomly spitting out. They're like a fucking song generator. And then the wrestlers just pick the song they want. And that's the reason why nothing feels organic to anyone. They're not songs like that are made for the person. I've heard Jim Johnston talk about how when they wanted to redo the Rock song, how he was trying to think of like the lineage of the Rock and the fact that he comes from royalty and everything, and just the fucking idea that went into each instrument. This is not what's being given to you by these songs. Like, sure, there's a few times that the song sounded good. The gods may smile upon anyone once, but that doesn't mean a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like you said, those old, even the Pile Driver album stands out more than these songs do.
Yeah, and no disrespect to them, but they've done a few good songs next to the history of a person who's been with the company for like 3 decades. And it seems like that's what they want this company to be, just a company that randomly generates stories, angles, music, wrestlers. Like they want everything to be factory, you know, like it's just streamlined bullshit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thought I get from the music. Like just think about the fact that Nakamura almost came out to Glorious. You know what I mean? Because it's just a pool of music you pick from.
I mean, they just had freaking, like, where did he file this under? Like, is it broken down into sections? Like, is it under, like, Asian music, international lyrics? How do you find, like, where do you classify this?
Well, remember when Chris Hero did the shoot, or Cassius Ohno, sorry, he did the shoot, and he talked about those panels that you can go to. They're like in fucking the Citadel on Mass Effect. You have the panels you can go to where it has all of your stats and stuff. Apparently, even in the elevators, they have, like, the screens for anyone who's riding the elevator, it's looping NXT. So, like, if Vince or someone happens to be there, they get a good glimpse of what's going on in the ring. And sometimes the brief moment that they catch their eye there when they're not doing anything, they'll notice somebody. Like there's ways for all of this shit to work. I'm sure there's somewhere that you go where there's just a computer that has music in this big Citadel looking fucking place. Yeah, that's what we really come to, you know?
Get Cersei to blow that shit up.
Yeah.
Like, look at this, more future than anything that we've seen. Literally, what is this, like fucking Orville?
Sounds like it.
Like just to become, I'm training wrestlers here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Pretty soon they're gonna have the danger room like the X-Men. They're gonna put them in a room and all kinds of wires and bombs and shit are gonna come on. They're gonna have to jump through beams. Why not, right? Make a fucking WWE danger room.
It looked like the American Gladiator field, like the finals.
That'll be the only place.
My God.
That'll be the only place where you use pyro, where the pyro is being fired at them. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh my God. It's weird. It's weird how things, like, I would never do that. Like, imagine just going and just fucking with things for no reason that just work the way that they are. Like, we need 20 writers over here.
Oh, yeah.
We need 20 musicians over here.
I feel like sometimes they just come up with things just for the sake of saying that they did something creative that day, you know? Like, look, we did something creative because we did something different there.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yay. It's fucking ridiculous, cranking this shit out. It's not an assembly line. You got to take your time, man. That's what makes things work.
Yeah.
Take your time and put effort into it. Anybody could sit here and program a few beats into it and loop this shit over, you know, like you just proved. It's easy. If you know, anybody could do that.
She don't want none. Ha, he don't want none. Ba, you don't want none. La, you know.
Yeah. Ain't nobody breaking this redneck.
I'm sorry, guys. I like it. I think he's got a funny, lame dad haircut. The music's kind of lame. I don't know. It just works for me.
No, you can't say that. He's not lame. Don't call him lame.
Sorry.
I
just saying,
think for someone the caliber of that could just get a cooler song. You know what? It really comes down to, without us having to downplay the current songs versus the old songs or the new songs, why can't a company like that just have people come over with their music? Why is that so difficult? Like,
they don't want to pay rights for it.
TNA did it with Moose. Can you believe that TNA did it with Moose? Whenever you watch Moose come on TNA, he does the whole Moose thing and everyone's doing their fists. Literally, it's the exact same song. You're telling me TNA was able to get music for people to jump over with their music before they did it with anyone else? Punk got cult of personality, right? Eventually. Like,
that's because he fucking hounded. That was part of his, like, you know, the whole change thing.
I can't believe Daniel Bryan didn't get the final countdown because I was waiting for it. It was like, well, if you're giving him fucking, and considering that in Ring of Honor, Daniel Bryan was the one called the best in the world, not Punk. I'm like, if you're giving him cult of personality, and give him the final countdown. Like,
what's the one thing that WWE always tries to make you do? Forget everything happened. So that's why they don't come over with the same music. They don't want.
They want you to remember. They want you to. Yeah, I was going to say They want your memories to be WWE, not of other promotions.
Yeah, which is why they changed their names. You know, like unless you're using your real name, shit, I can't think. Like AJ Styles, it's basically his real name, Alan Jones. You know, so he gets to use the AJ. They can't take that away from him. Ryback changing his name to Ryback. Cody, you know, the whole thing is just fucked up. You know, he could use Cody, but he can't use Rhodes because I own that. They can't. They try to own everything and make everybody forget. That's the two things.
Yeah, and I've heard Cornette say that they hate paying for music. You know, like they just they hate.
Yeah, they're cheap asses.
Did we not report a few weeks ago how many things changed on the pay-per-views?
Yeah,
that they lost the music to Rick Rude. Oh, the video game. That's what it was. When 2K18 came out, they didn't have Rick Rude's music or somebody else's.
Yeah, there's a few themes that they didn't have. They should just have the themes, though. You know, it really bothers me that this is what it's come to. Like,
yeah,
they just don't pay for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that's why they own all these fucking music things. These cheap fucking chintzy music things that they play all over and over. They own it. They could fucking recycle it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, time to jump companies. Yeah, don't you just love it when you jump from one company to another?
We need the Frogger sound effect.
The Frogger.
But we could use this. I never get tired of Anderson doing that.
Hell no. I love it.
But, yeah, apparently Laurel Van Ness asked for her release from the company. So, yeah, that was the wedding girl, right? Wedding dress crazy?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that storyline. So now we're hearing that Madison Rayne, obviously you know about that. Taryn Terrell's gone. So they're losing girls left and right. We're also hearing that Bobby Lashley
on the deuce.
we're hearing that Bobby Lashley and EC3 may be next.
Really?
Yep, I heard about that too. I was
good, because that's like all they have left.
I was gonna say that's it.
How can you not have those guys?
I mean, honestly, you think he'll take Bateman back?
I don't think they should have ever released him.
I'm with you there, but you think, you know, I don't think they'll ever take Lashley back. He can go back to Bellator and fight fucking Swagger for all I care.
You know me, I'm really old school when it comes to the kind of shit that I'd be willing to do if they didn't have the room of the 20 guys around the table. I would think it would be cool to not only take him back, I would take him back and I would put Dixie in his valet role. You know, no different than when he had Bischoff come over as a GM. I would have EC3 with Dixie. She wouldn't have any control in the company, but she'd be the character Dixie Carter. I mean, I can't think about how fucking great that would be if they
that would be amazing.
Like that would be great.
Hey Vince, get Nashville on the phone. Rick Dara came up with a brilliant idea.
Actually, don't get Nashville on the phone because their offices have been closed down.
Well, Dixie's in Nashville.
Yeah, well, I guess her by herself. The offices are officially shut down as of recently. So that's the end of Nashville. Really sad. So they're going to lose two of their top guys.
Nashville is no longer with TNA?
Yeah, no,
they don't get the drop?
Oh.
That's right, folks. We gave the whole city a fucking drop.
We'll do it again when they leave Canada because that's only temporary too. They think that.
And what did they say? Where in Canada? Ottawa? They mentioned.
Yeah, I believe somewhere. So. Yeah.
I think
that's Hamilton. A weird spot. Yeah, I wish it was Hamilton.
I'm serious.
Oh yeah. No, you're not. That's where I'm from. No, you're not.
I know you are. I'm dead serious.
We would know if that fucking white trash company was coming here.
Look out your window, Bianca.
So you don't see a black guy walking down like a train go moose.
Can you imagine that? She looks out her she fucking opens her window and then suddenly here. She just opens it like a little peek. And she closes it back. Wait a minute.
Hey, Chris, come here. Do you hear this?
I do hear it.
Little did you know, Bianca, you're the white girl in Moose's contract.
I forgot about that.
Oh God, I'm crying.
Oh man.
That is amazing. I want that company to stay around forever at this point. It's always something funny. You never thought you'd talk about a wrestling company like this. What was the other thing that they had? They were doing, was it pizza or some shit before? They were doing pizza and booze?
The drinks, the cocktails.
Oh my God. Pizza, gold schemes. This is fucking fantastic.
Oh Lord.
That's probably why they don't buy them out and take what's left of them, because they probably enjoy it being around. I would.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it only sucks for the wrestlers that are there. That's about it. And also, there's not going to be a Genesis pay-per-view in January. There's normally your TNA Genesis pay-per-view. Well, apparently they're not doing it this time. That's really all. I mean, I have literally no idea. It's one of their more known pay-per-views, That's almost like if I was like, by the way, there's not going to be a Royal Rumble this year. It's cited that they just won't. It's weird, but there's not going to be a TNA Genesis.
Yeah, they're based out of Toronto, Bianca.
That's not too far, actually. It's like an hour.
Oh, you see that? Open your window.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Imagine not being able to escape TNA. Holy shit. So yeah, that was your TNA news for the week. Thank God you expected more people to be fired or ask for their I don't even think they fire anybody anymore. They just make you want to leave.
The thing is so many people have done that. There's not many people left to ask for it. I'm surprised there's still people there doing it.
Yeah, I would want to stick around now if I was in TNA. I'd be like, I'll be the sole survivor of this bitch. They'll write legends about this. I was like the last man standing.
Destin said they have a 6-sided pizza that nobody eats.
Oh, wow. That's something else. That's really something else.
Oh, man.
So, in other news, Simon Gotch was on the 2-Man Power Trip podcast. And he clarified some stuff about the time that Sheamus fought Sin Cara. I don't even know why this came up, and I haven't heard it yet. And I actually even forgot that Sheamus fought Sin Cara. And I'm not talking about in the ring. Didn't they have like a backstage fight or something?
Sin Cara whipped his ass.
Oh, yeah.
He put a whipping on that boy's ass. Well, anyway, here's what he had to say.
Basically, Jorge and I would go back and forth with just sort of little digs at each other for fun. I didn't realize how sensitive he was. I found that out later that a lot of the stories about him, they all have the same basic setup and payoff, which is that he goes back and forth with someone, they get the upper hand verbally, and he cheap shots them because he gets angry. The famous one about him beating up Sheamus, what had actually happened was it was in the trainer's room, and Sheamus was on the medical table getting his ankle taped, and Jorge ran up and punched him. So it's literally... Sheamus is like in no sort of a defensible position. It's not like he's like standing on his own 2 feet looking dead at him. It's like he's, sitting there on a table getting his ankle taped, and Jorge runs up and punches him for that because he got a good one in as far as the insults went. It was pretty much the same thing that happened with me and him. Was we were sort of trading little digs, and I got one in that was a bit stiff, and I found out after the fact that I apparently hit a nerve because of some stuff that had happened to him personally that I didn't know about. So, I look back down at my plate, and all of a sudden I feel I just stand up and yell, "What the fuck?" because my face started hurting and I couldn't see anything. And I just didn't know what was going on. And I was slowly piecing it together. I'm just like, I smelled Diet Coke. Why is my shirt wet? And then my vision started to sort of clear. And as it cleared, I saw Jorge rounding the table and running at me. And he sort of tried to do almost a double leg on me. And out of instinct, I reached around his neck and I just basically headlocked him. I grabbed him by around the neck, and then I grabbed his tricep and I pulled him tight to my body and started leaning on him. And I just started going, "Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck?" Because I didn't know what was going on. And then we just got pulled apart. Maybe we were struggling for maybe 10, 15 seconds, and people got involved, pulled us apart. And I'm still wondering what's going on because I have obviously a concussion from getting hit in the face. And he's just yelling, "Fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you." I'm like, dude, what the fuck? We talked about it after the fact. I complimented him on his throw because he actually hit me dead in the eye with like the bottom of the can, which is really impressive. Now, someone made a joke actually I saw on Twitter where, because I guess he threw a chair at Corbin during a match, and they said if you believe Simon Gotch, Sin Cara actually has really good aim with that chair. I believe it. Because he threw apparently he threw an underhand too, like a ninja, like a shuriken, just like from the hip almost, and it was just caught me dead on. If it hadn't hurt so bad, I would have been more impressed, but it hurt really bad. I genuinely didn't see it coming. So, but like I said, it was pretty much the same thing with a lot of the stories about him are kind of exaggerated because whoever leaks them is never there. I can almost guarantee that. I've heard whispers of who the Meltzer source is. I don't say it simply because I have no corroboration. I only have someone saying they think this is the guy it likely is because of some of the stuff they've heard him say personally versus what Meltzer parrots. But a lot of the story, like there's a similar occurrence where I guess in developmental in FCW, Sin Cara got into it. Jorge did with Bray Wyatt, and it was the same thing. Bray got a good dig in on him, and Jorge got mad and tried to like double leg Bray, and Bray was an amateur wrestler. His dad was an amateur wrestler. So he sprawled out and just put his weight on top of him. It's like, I ain't moving until you stop. 300 pounds. Jorge is a strong guy, but he ain't that strong. So he was just sort of stuck underneath him until he calmed down. But a lot of those stories get blown out of proportion. The same thing like the Jericho thing. It was basically Jorge got mad, he tried to tackle Jericho. Jericho held him off until such time as they got pulled apart and nothing happened. But that's not the interesting story. You tell the story that's most interesting, because that's what gets you clicks on your website.
Oh, clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
Jorge Hunico.
Why do you do that?
I don't know, because that's in Cara, right? Hunico? So we kept calling him Jorge, so it's like Hunico.
Hunico.
Not like he's.
I know what you meant. It's just the way that it sounds.
But no, I mean, that's interesting. Like, I would have loved to see him get hit with that soda can like that. Just from the hip, right in the eye.
He hit him so hard that he didn't even realize it. Like, he was like, what happened to me?
I looked down at my plate and all I know is I got fucking pelted with a Diet Coke can.
He was like, what's her name from Walking Dead / Abraham with the arrow? I was like,
Denise.
Yeah, Denise.
Like, he was probably still talking and shit, Like, as the can fell off of his face.
So apparently he could dig it out, but he can't take it, huh?
But I don't understand this. After having such a reputation and causing all this backstage drama, why is he still there? People have done way less and have been punished. And this little turd gets to fucking whip Coke cans and...
Maybe they like him better than Gotch, because Gotch still isn't there.
No,
Yeah,
exactly. I'm not saying that Gotch needs to be there, but I'm just talking about in general. Like, he started shit with Jericho. He started shit with Gotch. He started shit with Wyatt.
And
who else am I missing? Sheamus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why they would keep such a troublemaker around.
And it's like Sheamus wasn't even like face to face with him. He's like on a trainer's table getting an injury fixed.
Yeah.
So weird.
Dude was just too vulnerable,
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's weird to think about the fact that people have fights like that in the back. Like, it still happens like back in the day. Some things don't change no matter how corporate the environment gets.
I know, dude. Whenever you have that many people, something's bound to happen. Especially, I'm not trying to be a dick, but, it's a violent area. People, there's a lot of testosterone flying around. They fight for a living, basically. So, it's going to be...
No doubt, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like if you worked at a gym training boxes, you don't think a fight's going to break out every so often between two guys in the gym? Of course. It's the same thing.
It all depends. I mean, they're in the entertainment business. You don't hear about actors kicking each other's asses like in every movie.
The Rock and Vin Diesel.
It's more The Rock and that other dude don't like each other.
Oh man, Tyrese.
Yeah.
Tyrese.
He talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like he's
This classic.
Yeah, like there's definite beef there, huh? Like what happened?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like the fact that the Rock spin-off movie is coming out, right? That's what it basically is. Like the Rock's doing a spin-off movie of the Fast and the Furious.
Scorpion King?
No, it's gonna delay the next Fast and the Furious direct sequel. And
yeah,
they gotta stop with those movies. There's too many of them out there, and they're not just they jumped the shark so long ago.
Yeah. They really do.
They make money though. That's all they care. Like they don't care. They make money.
Yeah, it's almost like the gaming industry's become. Pretty soon there's going to be microtransactions. You're going to go to see Fast and Furious, and you're going to get 15 minutes into the movie and have to pay to see extra shit.
Yep.
So get ready for those days.
Can't wait.
Nope.
Yay.
All right. What else?
Oh, look at this 3-way triple threat coming up on the game. Sasha, Mickey, and Paige.
And that's without us doing any programming, people. It just led itself there without 20 writers in the room.
Yep.
Just making correct feuds. That's what it's all about. Like, why is this so difficult? Why is it so difficult to fucking understand? I don't even know. But anyway, let's talk some injuries, because there are a few. There aren't many, but there's some injuries going on here. Okay, so we have Kevin Matthews. Remind me who he is again?
Kevin Matthews? I don't know. I'll look it up.
Yeah, he's undergoing arthroscopic surgery on his knee, or he actually underwent it. Oh, he's from Impact Wrestling. Well, I don't know. I don't watch them regularly anymore. But yeah, he's apparently still having some issues, so that's the reason why he decided to get it done. And this was his third knee surgery that he's had over the course of his career. And he's already back to up and walking around, so good for him. Sir Sheamus actually has a neck injury that he's been working through. This was revealed on his YouTube channel, where he was just showing one of his workouts. And it's spinal stenosis, which I believe is the same thing that Paige had, right?
Maybe.
I believe so.
Yeah, so unfortunately, that's what Sheamus is dealing with, but it hasn't put him down. And this is what he had to say. I'm going to link you guys in the chat room to it.
How's it going? Sheamus here, aka the Celtic Warrior, back in my hometown, native hometown of Dublin, Ireland. Back at HQ as well, where it all started for me. Right here in this very room, I came up with the first designs, images of the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. And as you can see, we've got some drawings of my latest gear over the last couple of years, including some action figures and some tights I've worn in the ring. I'm also here with my creative director. Hi, my name is Jeff. How are you, Jeff? Working hard. Obviously, you just need another cup of coffee. The caffeine's starting to wear off Jeff right now. Yeah, he's quite temperamental when it comes to his caffeine. But as everyone knows, training and all is great, but you need to recover. The most important thing is recovery. So, for the last 6 months, I've been suffering with serious stenosis, neck issues. And today I'm going to talk about rehab and recovery. And I'm going to talk about this, which has helped me immensely. The neck hammock. I'm going to show you how to set it up. The great thing about the neck hammock is you can hang it out anywhere. You can hang it out the desk, which I'm about to do. You can hang it out the doorway. You can hang it out off the closet, off the back of the door handle. Literally, it just sets up anywhere. It sets up fairly easy, just like that. So I'm going to get down. I'm going to get into a comfortable position. I'm going to cradle my neck. And just lie here for 20 minutes. Oh, you're still there. You must have nothing better to do with your life. Anyways, everyone knows it's not just about lifting weights, it's about recovery. And this thing is your only man. So always remember, brave change. Jeff, get us a coffee, will you?
Well, I'm glad that there's nothing that's going to keep him down, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So R-Truth went on Twitter and said that he has a bone sticking out of his shoulder from
it's called your shoulder blade.
Yeah, it's from a previous surgery. And he earlier today, earlier yesterday, he underwent another surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm going to link you guys to this in the chat room for anyone that wants to see said surgery. But yeah, I mean, you don't really hear about him going under the knife too much. It's not like he's injury prone or anything. But here is the link for you guys in the chat room. And he's already actually made it through the surgery, which is very good for him. And he gave an update afterwards on the car on the way home. He's really in tune with his social media, I gotta say.
How did he post a 10-minute video?
Okay, now, surgery is done. Went very well. Successful. My wifey said, the doc told her that the bone in my shoulder was like, how big, baby?
Like an inch or two.
Oh, she's hot. Who figures he'd have a white girl?
Sticking in my shoulder, so got that sucker out. You know what I'm saying? That sucker is gone. And now it's time for recovery. I'm ready to get back in the squared circle. You know what I'm saying? Back to what's up time. damn Skippy. Hey, thank everyone. Thank all of y'all for your support, your prayers, and standing by the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's us. It's truth in us. Hashtag that's endurance. Because we gonna go all the way to the end. We're gonna ride that sucker till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little loopy right now still. Because of the anesthesia, the medicine and stuff. And not in too much pain. That's what we had done. I can't wait till I'm back either. All truth for IC champ. IC champ, US champ, WWE champ. Well, I mean, I'm ready for it all, you know.
A lot of this, he's responding to live comments on the video.
The next album going to be lit. The next album is already lit. Hashtag that's endurance. Hey, and y'all start going to follow me on my new music page. I am Ron Killings. At I am Ron Killings. Where's Triple H? I don't think Triple H is Monday, right? I think he's at Raw right now. It's my boss. You think I'm one of the greatest? Thank you. That means a lot. Little Jimmy, he's with his mom. R-Truth versus AJ Styles. Do you know how many matches I've had with AJ Styles? This is before WWE, before we even got on TV. Me and AJ worked in NWA Wildside, and we would tear the house up. I miss all of y'all as well. Think I'm a legend? That's some hard words right there, a legend. That's pretty good. Thank you very much. I had a good run over there.
So I'm glad he's doing okay. I'd like to see one more R-Truth run.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Wombat. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Mr. Wombat. And yeah, that's it. Nothing too major. Nobody fucked himself up too badly this week. Unless I'm missing anybody. Is that it?
I didn't hear anything else.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay, cool. Very good to know. And R-Truth, believe it or not, that's actually the last we're hearing of him today, because he did some sort of freestyling after his surgery too. Hopefully he's not still too sedated, but this is what we have here.
You better beware. Your enemy can be your next of kin. My heart gets heavy. I get burdened down. So I find a place I can rest. Lay my burdens down. Then I call my mama. I say, can you feel it? This world is rolled up and in trouble. Can God heal it? She said, now my son, God's will be done. Better go for what you know, but you got to know you can't save everyone. Just because I'm crying, it don't mean I ain't trying. Politicians lying, all my friends are dying. Wanna save them all, then watch them fall. I like to build them up and leave them standing tall. I came from nothing, but an idea that turned into something. Y'all better beware, that negativity's out there hunting. You can check my background, repping that Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been on the grind, and now I'm back to that Smackdown.
Oh, also more creative than AJ Styles' music.
More creative than creative.
Exactly.
There you should have it. Maybe it should R-Truth do the music. Yeah, well, good for him. Good for him, man. I've always liked R-Truth. I think he had his best run in TNA when he had that heel run. Remember good old heel Ron Killings? And he shot on the Dragon, Steamboat. Those were the days. So in other news, Austin Aries was at the World Series Wrestling International in Brisbane, and he had some sort of some sort of an incident or something where he wound up just basically insulting the condition of the ring. I mean, it's a big surprise there was an incident with Austin Aries somewhere.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, this is what he said.
Thank you. Hey, Brisbane, this is my 30th year doing this, and I just want to say I'm honored to have been able to come here at least once. Thank you. I love you all so much. And I just want to say what an honor it is for me to team Well, one of the best guys there is carpet bed in the world today. Austin Aries. After doing this for 17 years, there's not much left for me to check off my bucket list, so to speak. But tonight in Brisbane, Australia, I got the team with one of my idols right here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I gotta check that shit off my bucket list. So thank you, Sean Waltman. But there's one more thing. I'm known for being kind of an asshole, and I'm known for speaking the truth. And here's the truth of the fact. You got a lot of talented men and women back there out here busting their ass. And the stage that we bust our ass in is this wrestling ring. And quite frankly, this wrestling ring is a fucking disgrace. I think what my friend is trying to say is the ring hurt him more than our opponents did tonight. I guess that's why he's pretty pissed off right now. Anyways, if you ain't down with Austin Aries and X-Pac, we got 2 words for you. I love you all very much. I from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
You had a ring with a bad bump, huh? I would like to see what that was like.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of ring? Like, what's the best bump you've seen as far as a ring having?
I don't know.
Yeah, good question.
That's a tough question.
I believe it or not, I've kind of always liked the TNA ones, as funny as we always make fun of, but that always, it just has a nice, like the whole, not the 6-sided, just the generic one, like the rope seemed tighter and, just the bump in the ring just seemed a little bit better. RH also. You know what? Honestly, and I'm not trying to just be biased here, but my favorite realistically is New Japan. I think New Japan's ring, just the overall, just appearance of it, the way it's set up, the design, the bump, everything about it is good.
But everything in New Japan is stiff, even the damn tables.
But it looks really good. You know what I mean? It's not a fucking tramp. If you went to a house show recently, right?
Me, about a year ago, yeah.
Isn't it weird? Sometimes I forget how bouncy the WWE ring actually is when the hard camera's not being fucked around with. Like, it's practically like a trampoline.
Oh, yeah, they bounce up high.
That shit is bouncy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know? So it's kind of like, I like the fact that a lot of those indie rings, not to hurt the guys, you don't want it to fuck them up like these did, but like the New Japan ring, which doesn't hurt anyone, it looks really good. Look at anyone take anything on that thing. Just a really cool ring, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I actually just thought of that now. I didn't have a favorite one up until now. Like, I thought of it after I asked the question. That's really smart of me. But yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I like ROH's, they're pretty good.
Yeah, very similar, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, WWE has always been like that. Even just thinking back to the old days, just watching it on like Saturday mornings back in the 80s and 90s, superstars and whatnot, they were even bouncy back then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So another new sexy star wound up getting into another shoot fight, I'm hearing here.
Oh, really? Good Lord.
Yeah, I'll share the clip with you guys. It looked like she was down on the ground in the corner, like basically in Bronco Buster position. And the girl just gave her like a roundhouse kick, like right to the side of her head really hard. And you can see like the switch go off in Sexy where she sort of stands up. Like she pauses from it, like, did that bitch just really kick me like that? And she gets up and just starts shoot fighting the girl. I don't know what happened, but the kick was really bad that she gave her. I have a clip here. I'm not sure if this is the one that I saw, cause the one I saw, you guys are gonna have to tell me. I put it in the chat room.
I'm looking now.
But the one that I saw.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Watch that.
Yo, I don't blame her for doing that, dude. I don't.
Does it also show afterwards when she gets up and goes after her?
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
She went fucking psycho. Holy crap, dude.
I mean, she took a bad kick though, right?
Yeah, that was fucking terrible. Holy shit.
How unprofessional is this chick, man?
That wasn't.
But
Sexy
she got
was on the ground.
But she got.
She got kicked hard.
But then she starts shoot fighting afterwards. But look at how hard she gets kicked. Like, I can't blame her in that one. Maybe that girl did that as like a revenge for the
I was just gonna say that's right.
But still, that doesn't really and that's that's fucking dangerous for her to get kicked like that. And I can't blame her because it took her a moment. If you watch when she gets kicked, it took her a moment to really process how hard she got kicked before she decided, I'm gonna kick her ass for that. That's not cool, man. That can't start happening in wrestling. That's an absolute no-no in my book. Like that cannot start happening. They should that should be the harshest penalty you can face for doing something like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's no excusing that, because that would really give the business a really bad name. If motherfuckers just started beating each other up in the middle of the ring whenever they were a little angry at each other, or just taking stiff hits like that. Like, you've heard of it in the past, but nothing that's that blatant.
Yeah, I'm not blaming her at all on this one, man. That girl deserved to get a fucking little beating for that kick. Because, like you said, she just sat there and was like, are you fucking kidding me? Then she just got up and whipped that ass.
That is crazy. So whose side are you guys on in that one?
Sexy Star.
Sexy Star. That was.
Would you call
that was justified right there. I mean, damn. I
don't condone what happened.
That made my face hurt. Ugh.
I don't condone what happened to her, but I can see somebody doing that out of revenge or something. You know, I don't condone it. I don't think it's okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't condone it, but I can understand why she did it. That. And it just happens, like, with her. If it was somebody else, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal, but it's her.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's still fresh. It's not even, 3 months old, the whole Rosemary thing?
I think so.
Is it even 3 months old?
Yeah, maybe. I'm just, sometime around there. But, if it was maybe 4 or 5 years down the road, fine, but it's too soon and it's her. So that's why people are looking at it negatively, even though she was probably in the right in that. And, even if we were play fighting with my friends, I wouldn't fucking have that shit,
Oh, yeah, same here. Man, if you hit me that hard, if you were a dude, I'd kick you in the balls. If you were a chick, I'd either punch you in the boob or kick you right square in the JJ. I don't give a fuck.
You fucking ripped the freezer door off for hitting you in the boob like that.
Yes, I did. I hulked out with that shit, man.
All right. Well, we're going to run some results now, because it's about time to run results. No other reason. So let's start with NXT.
All right.
Which was in a really tiny venue. Where the fuck were they? What was that?
That was the Aztec Theater in San Antonio. That's the show they threw together that didn't sell out against the ROH show that night.
Oh, thanks for clearing that up. I thought they were at the Shire. And I saw it. It was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I
here?
did not like that venue at all.
Yeah,
it was
I didn't
really
either.
small.
It fucking threw me off whenever I saw that shit. I was like, where the fuck is this?
It seemed weird. It was, I don't know, not like quite a bar.
Basically, it was a fucking movie theater.
There's more people
that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
There's more people in the actual writing room than there were in this thing.
Yeah. And,
Exactly.
they could have put a performance of Cats on in that fucking theater.
We need to get the drop just so we can play that stupid commercial whenever the fuck we want. For Cats.
Yeah, it opened up with the Street Profits where Sabatelli and Moss. Dawkins hit the pop-up spinebuster, and Montez Ford hit a frog splash for the win on Sabatelli.
Yeah, and the crowd didn't seem into this at all, just like me.
Nope.
They didn't do anything that really justifies them being here. Like, Moss is the worst. Like, I wouldn't even keep that guy around after the Hideo Itami incident where he couldn't do a fucking simple slam. Like, nah, that there's nothing good going on here. Just a bunch of meat floating around in the ring.
Yeah.
And,
welcome Loopy Fool to the 2K18 Vodcast chat room. Thanks for hanging out. Click the follow button. We go live every Monday night, various times throughout the week. Monday nights is our main night with the main show of wrestling news for the week and coverage.
Yep. So next we had Kairi Sane against Peyton Royce, with the finish being Sane goes over with the insane elbow. Typical match. Nothing bad.
I liked it.
We had Tyler Bate and Trent Seven going against Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews, with the finish being Bate goes over with the Tyler Driver 97 on Pete Dunne. After the match, Pete Dunne punches out Mark Andrews, breaking that alliance pretty quickly. And he actually winds up coming back a second time, and then he hits the bitter end on the guy. And yeah, that was pretty much it. It was great. I mean, these guys, you know what? I hate to say it, but it might be smarter cause I know there's some stuff going down with 205 Live. It might be smarter to just put that in that spot because the UK stuff seems less managed. They're allowed to just be themselves out there. And when Gallagher said it the best when we played that drop on here, where it's a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're out of touch with the culture. So they really just let them do a lot of the stuff that they want to do. It's not that the 205 isn't good. It's just that it's always going to be more micromanaging something like if we had an hour of the UK stuff, which still doesn't seem to have the freaking dilution that they've done to other things, you know. I would say just give it a shot because
I really like
go
those guys.
go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good chain wrestling and stuff. And also, I like the Trent and Tyler together. They make a great team. I think what they call them, Mustache Mountain, or was that a commentary thing?
Yes,
that's what they kind of go with.
Yeah, Tyler's European uppercuts are really good. Which I wish he didn't do that Dean Ambrose corner spot, which I've always said is shitty. The one where he runs up one corner to run all the way to the other one.
That bothers me too.
You know, that cartoon shit. The spot where Dunn tacks himself in while Andrews is on the top rope, and then Andrews nails the Hurricane Rod on Tyler, and then Dunn catches him into the sit-out powerbomb. Really cool. And also the German suplex by Dunn into the moonsault by Andrews on Bate. Really solid stuff. And we get to see Bates' airplane spin, which everyone loves. Go ahead.
The one move I loved was when the ref wasn't looking and Dunn tagged in Bate, and then he told the ref oh, he's coming in illegally so he could cheap shot the guy.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
that Dunn is great, man. I love Pete Dunn.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Overall, NXT was good mainly because of the UK stuff lately. It's been doing a great job.
Yeah.
And that brings us to RH, which RH, holy crap. What an episode.
What's this?
Yeah. Whew.
This is the November 27th one. This opens with Silas Young with Beer City against Jonathan Gresham. With the finish being Silas goes over with the full Nelson knee into misery. Thanks to various assists from Beer City. And it kind of is annoying. I think that there's too much Beer City. Like, Silas can kick ass. We don't need that guy to over interfere like that.
It got ridiculous after a while.
Yeah, he came in at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and it's every match, like every single match.
Yeah.
Like, let Silas have a fucking match already without this guy coming in like, oh, here's the keg again. Oh, here's Beer Bruiser. Here's the keg. Here's Bruiser. Here's keg and the Beer Bruiser. It's like, just stop. Like, give me a break from you. Shit.
Is it me or does Beer City look like he's losing weight?
He has lost weight because whenever I saw him in Dallas, he did not look completely round. He actually looked like he lost a good amount of weight.
Yeah, he looked like 30, 40 pounds at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him, man. I mean, it's definitely healthier, especially if you're going to stay in this business long term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beer City sliding in the keg, of course, and then Gresham, during the part where Gresham had Silas in that octopus roll. And then, of course, the ref winds up having to go throw the keg out. And then that's when Beer City's slipping in cheap shots there. Like, he grabs the leg a couple of times, like a little bit too much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, they did this one sequence where they crisscross hitting the ropes, and then it goes into Silas nailing a sunset flip pin. And that goes into a weird sequence because Gresham gets his shoulders up, but he crosses his legs in the sunset position. And then fucking Silas Young's hands literally somehow get stuck pretzeled while he has him in this holder. From there went into a comedy sequence of sorts. Like, it was good for what it was. Like I said, just a little bit too much Beer City going on there.
Yeah.
And, what else happened on this?
Well, then we had a Kingdom promo talking about how they want to be the champs. Now,
great.
Did you know that Vinny's going to be he's a lead in a horror movie?
Yes, they had that on the Ring of Honor website.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
Yeah. What's the title of the horror movie?
He's playing a psychotic killer named Damon in the movie called The Find, which is currently in production in Connecticut. It's Vinny's first role, but he had a brief cameo in a movie called Saving Christmas, The Find. Saving Christmas, The Find will be released for Halloween 2018. So yeah, he's like the lead in that movie.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what was that, Coleman Pulpit that we have going on?
No, the thing with War Machine and the Addiction.
Oh yeah. That was right.
My God.
They had like a fight, and I don't know what happened there. Freaking Raymond Rowe, he throws Kaz, like he sort of long darts him, I believe, right? Like into a mark or a plant, one or the other. I would assume a plant, because it was just they kept the camera on her But she was like bleeding from her face. Like maybe they were selling a broken nose there. Like after,
yeah, I think it was broken nose or something. But
like I thought she got hit in the mouth or something. But either way, man, if that was a real fan, damn, that sucks. She's got free tickets for life.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm pretty sure it was a plan.
Had to be the way that if you listen to commentary will always give it away.
Yeah,
commentary will always give it away. Like they wouldn't be even discussing it if that was the case, and like, at least in most places.
For sure.
Yeah, so. That was, I don't know how the hell that furthers that feud, but yeah, sure.
Oh, how does it further it? Because I believe they are fighting at Final Battle.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. That would be a good match to have. And then we have Coleman's pool pit.
With Kenny King.
Yes.
With Kenny King, where he just shitted all over him, basically. And he punked him into thinking that his daughter was really there. Is my daughter here? She's here? Nope. Just fucking with you. Just brought you on here to tell you that you're
for ratings.
Yeah, wanted to bring you on here to tell you that you're a loser that has no money, and that's why you're in the situation you're in. And fuck you. You're not a king. You're a peasant. And this causes him to somehow get a TV title shot. That's the way things work here. Like by being a shitty person, it's like, oh yeah, that's how you feel about me. You get a TV title shot. How do you like that?
You ain't nothing but a false prophet.
You're like, I like it very much. Thanks. Good idea. Glad I thought of it.
And then we had the main event with Jay Lethal on commentary joining him. It was Flip Gordon, Coast to Coast, and Scorpio Sky versus the Young Bucks, Adam Page, and Marty Scurll, with Cody on commentary for a brief moment.
Yeah, this was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, holy shit.
I didn't understand why they threw Cody out just because he jumped up on the ring apron and did the chicken wing taunt with everybody. That was stupid.
That was kind of stupid.
Zero tolerance policy for Cody's antics at this point. They're just like, get out.
Yeah, Cody got escorted to the back with his crushed red velvet jacket. Yeah, so this match was insane. A lot of high-flying action in this match. Everybody was diving all over the place.
Right.
I'll just say the finisher was the Super Meltzer driver on Sky and Flip, while also combined with the rite of passage with Adam Page in the middle of everything.
Yep. And Jen, what did you think of this match? This has all your favorite people in there.
Oh my God. My fucking jaw was on the ground the entire time. I was like, wow. Because you had messaged me and was like, hey, if you watch Ring of Honor today, be prepared for that main event because, oh my God.
Because they're all over the damn place.
Yes, they were all over the place. I mean, there was so many fucking, there was almost too much going on to call anything. I mean, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really dug it.
Totally worth it. Totally worth seeing.
Yeah, definitely one of the better ROH events that we've had in a really, really long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so check that out. Yeah, that ending was really ridiculous with the fucking Meltzer. The Meltzer last
rite of
passage. the whole
yeah,
thing.
that was pretty sick.
Yeah,
just half the shit they were doing in this match was crazy.
You know what it was? It was flawless. Like the whole match was flawless. It was perfect.
Oh yeah.
So good.
I mean, like some of the stuff Paige was doing was fucking insane.
Oh, I think one of the best spots was when Flip hit that fall away senton off the ropes, and then when he rolled backwards, gets caught in the chicken wing.
Yeah, that was a real good spot.
And then Nick deadlift German on Ali on the apron was nice. When Scorpio Sky went for the dive, he got quad super kicked by all four of them.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the super kick party without something like that happening, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that was just the dragon sleeper on Nick, and then he gets a super kick to break it out.
Yeah, that was dope. That was fucking fantastic. But yeah, guys, watch this seriously. Is that still the episode that's on the website, or did it roll over to the next?
Yes, it's. I believe it's still on the website.
Yeah, if it is, it's not for long. I think it'll switch tomorrow, or if it hasn't already.
Yeah, someone get the link in the chat. Watch that, guys. Go to like the last 15 or so minutes. Watch that match when we're done here. Believe me.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Fatal 4-on-4 Bullet Club.
Yeah,
against a bunch of the new guys, but it's a lot of the prospects and people like that. You'll like it.
Yeah, aka the Flip Army.
Oh, sorry, it's already been removed.
Oh, it's the next episode already?
Yeah.
That sucks. All right, well, I think there's only one other show left for us to review. So Raw, once again, I feel like they're there all the time, came to us from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. They give a lot of love to that place, right? They must have the best pussy out there or something.
The best part is there was no fucking LeVar Ball this time.
Oh, God.
God, that was fucking circus.
Oh my God, you guys reminded me all about that. Well, that's what happens when you have 20 writers in one room planning everything 2 hours before the show.
Yep, thinking that shit's a good idea when you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So the show opens with Kurt Angle entering the ring, because that's what we do at this point. We always have the freaking GMs enter the ring. Like, that's literally what always happens. It was Stephanie before, it was the Authority, but he comes in and then immediately Jason Jordan comes out crying to his dad, wanting a shot at Roman Reigns. And I have to say the amount of crowd heat he generated is terrible. He was getting X-Pac levels of heat. They just don't like this guy. He's bad on the mic. The fans picked up on it, and they hate him more than Roman Reigns, to the point where when Roman Reigns interrupts this, he gets a super pop. That's what it took for someone like Jason Jordan to come along.
That was crazy.
For them to be like, thank God Roman Reigns here. And at the end of the day, the reason why this happens is because, say what you want about Roman Reigns, but at the end of the day, he's still an actual big, intimidating fucking Samoan dude. And Jason Jordan's still there going, please, Dad. Come on, Dad. You know, so it's just...
My knee will hold that, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, please, Dad. Can I get a cup of ice cream before I go wrestle Samoa Joe?
Yeah, it's terrible. And then Reigns tells Jordan that if he wants some to step up, and then before that can happen, Samoa Joe comes out and he accepts Roman's challenge, and he gives him 5 seconds to withdraw his challenge since he can't beat him. And then Jordan, being a prick, decides that he's going to hit Reigns with the belly to belly in the middle of the ring because he doesn't have enough people to hate him. And then Reigns says that Jordan can get it right now as a result. He tells Kurt to make the match, which leads into Reigns versus Jordan, with the finish being Reigns going over with a Superman punch and a spear. And after the match, Joe comes out to take out Reigns, still fatigued from the match that he had. And then Jordan comes to help a fatigued Reigns, and then he winds up suplexing Joe in order to help him. And then Reigns thanks him with a Superman punch.
Yay.
Yeah, and as far as the match goes, the quality of the match, it was okay, but at the same time, this is just what I mean about there not being creativity here. You have these two big guys, you know, when you look at both of them, even Jordan, he's a really cut guy. Roman Reigns is a big Samoan guy. Two big muscular guys, and they spend a significant amount of time in moves like a fucking armbar. Like, oh, he really has that armbar in. Look at how tough he is with that armbar. More of this armbar when we return.
Yeah,
I know.
You know, so what the fuck are you doing? Are you crazy?
Damn armbar, get out of here.
This match should need to take up 3 fucking segments.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It was these two from the show starting till about 8:50. It was fucking that long.
And nothing happened. You see what I mean? How it's just weird to watch the different wrestling styles. Like you watch some New Japan RH, then you come back here and this guy's in a fucking armbar for the commercial break. You know what it's like? And they're really, and the commentary is trying to make it seem like it's the worst thing in the world. It's a fucking armbar.
Yep.
Number 8, armbar. Like, what are they doing,
Number
man?
32,
you know?
armbar.
A few cool things: catching Reigns out of the Superman punch and then driving him back first into the steel steps on the outside was good. JJ also being able to kick out of the first Superman punch, good for him. They're not making him a chump. They're giving him the Damian Sandow treatment, where it's like, you're good enough for us to job honorably. So congratulations. Yeah. Let's see where that gets you, which I don't think will be very far. But they did what they could for the match.
Yeah, and then after that, we come back from the next commercial break. Jordan's in Kurt's office demanding a match with Joe for later on that night.
Come on, Dad, please. You would think that most kids, it's in most children, at least in my experience, it's in most children's nature. In these situations, you would think that he'd want to get by on his own. You know what I mean? It's like the only way this would make any sense is if it does turn out that he somehow faked being Kurt Angle's son and he's doing this. He's really a heel, because like, isn't it weird how he's whining and asking him like, please, Dad, this, and please, Dad, that. And like, you know, how's that going to get you anywhere? It's just strange.
Yeah. And Kurt finally is like, I can't do it. I'll take it under advisement. Then Joe jumps him in the office.
And he's dragging down Kurt Angle in this shit angle too, because at the end of the day, Kurt's always come off like a fucking monster, and he's fucked Samoa Joe up in TNA. That was his debut feud, right?
Yeah.
When he headbutted him and he broke his nose and it was all bloody and shit.
Yeah.
And
He's the one that broke Joe's
He's had like wars with him, and now this guy's beating up your son in front of you. You're standing there in a fucking suit too big for you?
Yeah, and like I said, he's the one that broke Joe's undefeated streak in TNA. He was undefeated for almost 2 years.
Fucking, you see what I mean though? Like, I don't know. 20 writers. 20 writers. there's almost more to talk about when they screw things up like they're doing than anything else, you know. And it's like, it's not like we can't say we're not following what they're trying to do. We're following it just like we would anything else, like Game of Thrones, the Marvel movies, or Walking Dead. Like, we're following it. It's just sometimes it'll literally go straight into a wall, and you're following it into that wall. And it's like, wait, why did you do that?
Yeah.
So, he plays the father card, and then, of course, you know, Samoa Joe comes out and destroys him, which I guess was alright. So then Paige, we have the match with Paige being accompanied by Absolution, against Sasha Banks being accompanied by Mickie James and Bayley, with the finish being that Paige gets distracted by the other Absolution members beating up Mickie James and Bayley, and then she winds up eating a Rampage during the distraction.
Yeah. She landed
I'm sorry, Sasha Banks gets distracted, not Paige. But, after the match, they beat the hell out of Sasha some more. And, that was pretty much it. What were you going to say, Scott?
The way, Sasha took that Sunset Powerbomb, the Avalanche Sunset Powerbomb, and landed on her neck. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked rough.
Yeah, I also like that straight jacket camel clutch that Paige got on Sasha where she was banging her head repeatedly into the mat. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, they need to give that an actual name of some sort, but I thought it was a dope move. And, Paige hitting Sasha with that, like you said, the Avalanche Sunset Flip where it looked like she hit the back of her head. You know, I hope she didn't get concussed there. And, I also like Sasha transitioning the Rampage into the back statement, but Paige getting her foot under the ropes. So good stuff. You got two people who know what they're doing in the ring. Good match.
Yeah.
Lots of fun to be had there. And, then we get back to Kurt backstage, which I love the look on his face when he hears Elias' guitar. Like, it was just,
it was great.
Yeah, like I said, I really want them to do good with the Kurt Angle character because he's always been so good at what he does. I also don't think he needs to wear a suit all the time. Like, what's this thing with the GMs now having to always wear suits? Like Stone Cold and Bischoff didn't wear any suits when they were GMs, or a lot. Most GMs didn't wear. Like Mick Foley, damn sure didn't wear a suit when he was a GM.
Oh hell no!
You know,
Brian doesn't wear a suit. Neither does Shane.
Yeah,
it's just weird that like, why does Kurt Angle have to wear a suit? What is he, the main event mafia again?
Well, I mean, you do have
like,
Booker T and Samoa Joe there, so that's
that's true.
Can you imagine if they reformed the main event mafia? First, they'd have to buy TNA because you know they don't like you using their shit. They would need to get Scott Steiner in the suit, and guess what? I don't think they're gonna let Scott Steiner back in here.
Oh hell no!
So they go your main event mafia dreams. They're gonna put Batista as the replacement for Scott Steiner. Batista in a suit and fucking skinny jeans. There's your main event mafia.
Ew, remember that? Ew.
Oh man, remember when they ripped?
Yeah, I remember.
Dude, that shit was so funny. Yeah, the Blue Tista.
It gives a whole new meaning to his whole lyrics, right? I walk around inside this pit of danger when he's wearing the fucking pants.
Dude, so on Friday at my job, the guy I work with, Alex, was trying to like just being a smart ass doing like lunges and stuff. So when he did one, he fucking ended up ripping his pants from like the inseam straight down to his knee along the fucking seam. And he just walked into like the bus office. He's like, I gotta go home because I was being a smart ass and ripped my pants.
Oh my God.
It was fucking hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. Then like I'm dying laughing. And then he's laughing harder, which makes me laugh harder. And then I get a phone call, which makes me fucking laugh even harder because I can't even answer the phone. I put the guy on hold. I was just like, hold. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, sorry, sidetrack.
No, that's what this is about. Sidetracking.
That's my sidetrack.
Right,
so where were we anyway? Elias.
Yes.
Yeah, so Elias wants an opportunity at the IC title, and he feels that Kurt favored his son for the shot, which he really did. He really did. Yes. I can't even argue with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? So, we get to Enzo backstage, who's screaming on the Zoe train for getting their asses kicked recently, and then Nia Jax shows up and basically makes a how you doing pass at him. And so our job now is to get hashtag Team Zojax trending. Come on, you know you want it, Team Zojax. How you doing? He wants to.
Alrighty, going to Twitter right now.
He wants to get Nia on one of those polls, right? You know how he likes those stripper polls. I would pay good money. You know, go ahead, Enzo. Hashtag Team Zojax.
Again, they love their like odd pairings. They like when they couple up people. Like that. They love it.
And they always start it the same way too, where the person just walks sideways onto the camera. Hi.
Fucking Mark Henry and China and
already posted up that hashtag already.
Oh man. And
Let's get it going.
And that means we also get to do this. Look at that. It's a night of fucking classics.
Oh, man. They're just coming out of the woodwork tonight.
Oh, man.
We're going to be following this relationship very closely. So I don't know why they decided that they're doing this, especially when they're they couldn't be in further divisions from each other at this point. But
right?
Let's see how
Does that mean she's going to be on 205 Live?
I would love, and this is again the old school guy in me that just would do fucking anything. I would love for like in a match, like she just slides in on his behalf and leg drops one of the cruiserweights and then slides back out when the ref's distracted. Like imagine having those little guys having to take that fucking leg drop.
Oh man!
Oh my god!
Her just coming in and bomb, hitting them with
brilliant. I like it.
Hitting them with the earthquake. I don't mean the actual natural disaster. I'm talking about the wrestler.
I could totally see that. Oh my god.
Good god.
They can't blame us for going there. They fucking went there first, right?
Yes, they did.
Exactly. Yeah, they can't pin that shit on us.
I'm just following their lead. Hashtag Team Zojax.
Yeah, I got it up there.
I'm sticking with this shit forever.
Let's get it going.
I'm staying. In the hashtag, also hashtag Nia Jax and Enzo separately. Where they see, great. Good shit, Scott.
Mine says hashtag Nia Jax, hashtag WWE, hashtag Enzo, hashtag Team Zojax. Yeah, that happened.
ZOJAX people. Hashtag Team ZOJAX. Zojax.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I've been sitting on that one all night since the moment I saw it. Dude, I swear to you, the moment she appeared on the screen, I remember just thinking in my head, Zojax. Yes.
And we had the name of the episode at that point.
Well, what are they going to be again? I almost forgot.
Now you doing?
Oh, now you doing.
Now you doing.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's
god.
fucking awesome.
Now you doing. That is just fucked up. So next we had Cedric, Gulak, Mustafa Ali, and Tony Nese in the Fatal 4-Way in this mini cruiserweight tournament that they're having, with the finish being Cedric hits the Nese with the lumbar check, but it winds up bouncing him out of the ring, so he grabs Mustafa and hits him with one, but then Gulak winds up sliding and stealing the cover like I do on Xbox Live sometimes.
Gobble Gulak for the win.
Like, haha, bitch, let you do all the work. Pin, I'm out of here. Oh, man. And yeah, it was a good match. Mustafa, I liked him hitting the springboard Spanish fly on Cedric. Just a lot of crazy high flying stuff in this. Gulak's probably a good choice for this. Ironically, someone who is not about flying at all. He has the total no fly zone thing going on. And that's the guy that they would give this to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you see, they're working out in situations like this. I'm actually hearing something about the cruiserweights being put in like a separate, what are they going to be in? Like going on their own tours or something?
Yeah, there's 3 days.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, it's kind of interesting.
That's strange, right? Like it's just something that would be.
And it's a weird area too. It's like Rhode Island area. Oh, shit. I remember Rhode Island.
They get wrestling up there.
Let me see if I could bring it up here. They have, they're going to do between January 18th and 20th. They're going to go for smaller venues in the Northeast.
Like an NXT size venue.
Yeah, probably. Exactly. It's an experimental project. They're going to do like 2 to 3 events over the weekend. And yeah, they don't really have anything as far as I see. They don't really seem to have anything going on as far as definite. You dig a little bit further here. Actually, wait, we do have something here. Yeah, they're going to hold, Friday, January 19th in Kingston, Rhode Island, the Ryan Center, and, Lowell, Massachusetts, the Lowell Auditorium, and Poughkeepsie, New York.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. Poughkeepsie, New York, in the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. Yeah, and tickets go on sale December 8th at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, give them something already.
Yeah.
And to stop micromanaging it so much. That's another thing that I ask of them. Like, just stop with it already.
Yeah. So next week, what is it? Gulak versus Swan?
I believe so, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the winner of that will go on.
Yeah.
And get leg dropped by Nia Jax.
So we got Elias in the ring singing his song about LA and how much he hates everybody.
Interrupted by Strowman, who beats up Elias a little bit at first, and then Elias winds up breaking his guitar over Strowman, who no-sells that, and then he winds up eating a running power slam in the ring. He gets the steel steps, but before he can do anything, Kane comes out and he brings it via satellite. Then he wants to take on Strowman. Big surprise there. Like, we didn't see that feud coming.
Yeah.
And what was next? I think Asuka against
Alicia Fox versus
Fox. Yeah, with the finish being the cross arm breaker. Which makes me wonder at this point what's going on with the Asuka lock. Have they decided now on the main roster that they'd rather go with a cross arm breaker since no one's using it?
That and too many people are using the Kakina clutch, basically, calling it different things.
That's just weird that you wait until she's on the main roster. And then I kind of feel like they Seth Rollins did, where she's known for something. Now you're just deciding, all right, you'll just do a cross arm breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these are the things I'm talking about, where it's like it should be a little bit more established what your finisher was when you debuted, because now your debut doesn't have the same finisher as what you're using a few weeks later. For what reason? We couldn't think about that for a little bit longer. But as far as the match goes, Asuka was nailing jumping roundhouse kicks to Fox's head despite her size, which was very impressive. We had Absolution, of course, coming out to the ring after the match, and yeah, that was where I was talking to you guys about before, where they surround the ring and Asuka smiles and then leaves, which this is the second time that, to me, the way it's done is weird. It's not very babyface of her to back off like that. It's not very heel of them to let her. You know, just the way that it's being done.
Paige also, like, shoos her out of the ring again. She, like, kind of just gives it a, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see if it turned out she was the leader of that stable just because of the way that it's being booked right now, as opposed to it just being that she's eventually going to just beat all three of them up.
Yeah.
And again, they have
there's something going on there. It's not. Yeah,
waiting
definitely.
for Bliss to come out and join, like, you know, help Sasha or something.
Yeah, but it always seems there's a window there for them to do something different, because it did feel like like when you go back and look at it, it didn't look like Asuka, like it almost looked like there was something going on there with them. But
but also the same thing. Every time they come out another match, Bliss leaves ringside like she doesn't want anything to do with anything.
Yeah, but I mean, Bliss isn't really too much of the focal point of this feud right now. You know, they're sort of averting the attention over to this. To be honest, if they really were invested in what was going on with Bliss, they wouldn't have even brought all these girls up. The whole point of this was that everything that was going on, they felt was stale. You know, so I think that this is going to just more focus on the people that we're seeing currently. Like, I'd be surprised to see her too involved in this. Who knows? Maybe that was her face turn when she took that beating, but they haven't really seemed to have tried to capitalize on it at all. You know?
No, she's still the same, just same attitude, same bitchy attitude towards everything.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't seem to, have changed, like, and going, like, because you figure if she was a face, she'd come down and, save these people, at least, try to, at least.
Yeah.
But she doesn't.
And then after she leaves, Fox is now isolated with them, and then Paige assures Fox that they're still best friends and that she loves her. However, she doesn't think that Sonya and Mandy feel the same way. And, then
so
that leads to that leads to the beating. That leads to the numbers game and all of that.
And Paige just stood off to the side while those two beat her down.
He kept her word, at least for now.
Yep.
So what was next? Finn Balor against Bo Dallas?
Yeah, but Finn going over with the coup de grace.
Mm-hmm.
He dug that one in, didn't he?
He did, but you know what? Dallas had a very good single knee gutbuster. Also like that. Good stuff in this match. Pretty decent.
Bo Dallas, he's a former NXT champ. The guy could wrestle.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Look at his whole lineage. There's another thing you could do. You could add IRS and Bray Wyatt as the father-son tag team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting with Miz being off to see what happens with this team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think just take fucking Axel off the damn neck brace and make them a tag team and let them wrestle.
Yeah.
One other thing, as far as the 205 Live, this just came in, but we have a backstage fallout with the 205 guys here.
I did it!
Oh yeah, congrats, bro.
Thanks, and now Rich Swann is all that stands in between.
Hey, listen, we talk about it when I get back next week, all right?
When you get back?
Yeah, I got business.
You got business?
Yeah, I got business. All right? Hey, listen. Somebody's got to represent my brand on the WWE International Tour. Obviously, me.
Well, if you're gonna be gone, then who's in charge of the Zotron?
Be gone for a week. Oh, you want to step up, Gulak? Yeah, but Gulak, I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave you with a real simple task, okay?
Okay.
Make sure nobody does anything stupid. Yeah.
All right.
Capiche? Yeah. All right.
Scapoosh.
And by international
All right, Enzo, I
tour,
won't let you down.
by international tour, that means he's going around Naya.
Oh, I knew it was coming. Oh,
she's gonna lawn dart his ass like ain't no tomorrow.
At the end of that, he picked up the Enzo mic and walked away with it. Jesus.
How are you doing?
Boy. Put that down. That doesn't belong to you. Boy.
After the Finn Balor Bo Dallas, we had the Matt Hardy becoming Woken segment.
Yes.
Fantastic stuff. This is finally.
Yes.
This is what everybody's been waiting for.
Who is Matt Hardy? I know. The universe knows. But I don't think he knows.
For millennia, my soul has wandered through space and time, but not all who wander are lost.
Matt Hardy is a fool. A charade. An illusion to mask his own failures and insecurities. Matt Hardy knows nothing of what is actually real.
I am well versed in all facets of the multiverse. I have studied at the Library of Alexandria, battled alongside Genghis Khan, danced with Cleopatra, held symposiums with Plato, and meditated atop the Great Pyramid of Giza.
The ramblings of a madman can be very dangerous, especially for those of you who listen.
Due to my condition, I have laid dormant inside this vessel called Matthew Hardy. But now, thanks to the consumer of terrestrial entities, I have been woken.
Last week was not Matt Hardy's breaking point. It was mine. I actually feel alive again. My heart is pumping. And there's a fire in me that is only growing stronger. And my fire will not cleanse you. My fire will not save you. My fire will make sure all of you burn.
Bray Wyatt, you left me with no choice. I sentenced you to deletion!
That's awesome.
That is fucking awesome. That is so great.
Do you think he'll pull Rebby and Maxwell into it also?
Oh, I mean, this could go. The sky is the limit with this, man.
Yeah.
They just have to get the 20 fucking people need to just back the fuck off of him.
Yeah, get out of there before we send in Bartleby and Loki.
Yeah, and those two, him and Jeff, would be Bartleby and Loki.
Yeah, and apparently they're no longer going after the trademark, because it was a negative financial and contractual issue, that Anthem Media was at fault for. So, I guess whatever the fuck that means.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, that's literally what it says. That's their reason, because it was a negative financial and contractual issue. So to me, if any of us ever said, "Hey, I'm having negative financial issue," that basically means they're broke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what that means.
What else could a negative financial? I love the way that's worded. Like, it literally threw me off reading it. Like, I thought I misread, like, a negative financial and contractual issue. Yeah, the fact that you don't have the contract or the money.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice way to put it. That's what I'm going to say next time I'm broke. Fuck, I'm having a negative financial issue. Give me a break. Can't pay for that catering and for all of the broken Matt Hardy stuff. And Rebby actually released some stuff teasing the fact that he was coming back. And this is before Raw even went on the air. So, I mean, if you were following social media, you pretty much knew that tonight was the night when you got up this morning.
Yeah.
It's been all over the place. But anyone that wants to see some of the teasers that they did, sharing them in the chat room for you now.
And while you're putting those in the chat room, Kevin Owens deleted his Instagram account because his wife's got hacked and somebody tried to hack into his, so he deleted his Instagram account today.
And there was a rumor going around with the hacker that they were saying that he had cheated on his wife.
Yeah, well, that was on his wife that she said that they were no longer together because she was unfaithful in their marriage to him, and she, they closed it down. He deleted his, and he went on Twitter and said that social media is an internet cesspool, basically, of people that just, can't just leave well enough alone.
Yeah, he's quoted saying, "You guys, I saw all this not long ago. I got hacked. It's very upsetting. None of this is true. Everything is good." Kevin deleted this says his wife. Kevin deleted his because someone tried to get into his, probably the same person who got into mine. And then Owens went into it and he said social media, like you said, is an absolute cesspool. Yeah, and that's really sucks they did that. He said, my Instagram is gone again. Now people are going after my wife too. It's disgusting. Needless to say, I would never do this to my family. This is like the second. Remember the first one? The rumor was Kevin Owens nudes.
Yes.
Oh.
Glad that one got shut down.
You don't want to see the Canadian.
Oh, Bianca, you had to be
the Canadian bacon.
You know what? I'm good.
Bianca had to be here for that episode because if you guys remember, just the fucking words Kevin Owens nudes. Every time he said, we were just all start laughing. It was like just the thought of it, like Kevin Owens nudes.
Oh,
they even made it into game night.
What a troll!
Yes, it did make it into game.
What a troll fucking tweet thing to do. To do to the poor guy. Kevin Owens nudes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say but it's just funny for someone like Kevin Owens, like with the character.
It would just be so weird. Like, no,
I kind of
like seeing your dad.
I'm just visualizing it the way the picture that they had. It's art. You don't need pants. The one with him and Jericho.
Oh yes, the painting.
Fucking Kevin Owens nudes.
Oh my god.
Leave that guy alone. Like, what is the internet is amazing, man. Those are true marks. The people who do shit like that. The Instagram hacker and the Kevin Owens nudes rumor spreader. Oh my god. So yeah, back to the broken Hardy stuff. Senior Benjamin was in a new video. Gonna let you guys.
I swear to God, I thought you said nude.
Senior Benjamin nudes.
I was about to hit log off and just shut this down.
You got sneaking that shit real quick.
Okay, so here's Senior Benjamin, not nude. Yeah, so maybe they're gonna use him in WWE.
Maybe.
Would you guys like to see Senior Benjamin?
Why the hell not? I don't care.
Sure. Why not? Let's go ahead and see Senior Benjamin.
What about you, Bianca? You're a Senior Benjamin supporter?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this direction goes.
Senior Benjamin, prepare the battlefield. Oh man, that would be the greatest shit. Poor Bray Wyatt. He would scare poor Bray. Bray wouldn't look as cool and dramatic when he goes there.
Oh, I know.
I do think it's a smart idea to have the two of them feuding together, like with this gimmick. I think it could work.
Yeah. So you might see Senior Benjamin. The fact that he's showing up and he showed up in a Woken video. Keep that in mind. They might have decided. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to bring them all and there's no reason not to. And also another Twitter account that has been reactivated is Vanguard 1.
Sweet.
So I'm going to give you guys the link to the Vanguard 1 being reactivated post that they put up. So get ready.
All right, I might get to see Vanguard 1.
They're going to bring.
Do you remember the first time we watched these videos?
Yes.
Oh my god! How could I forget?
That was something else. I couldn't believe.
Oh my God, there were no words for that.
That was one of the first times we all were on Skype watching something. That was crazy. That was really crazy.
Insane.
I like when Jeff was still the babyface and like Matt's doing all the shit to him and hitting him like with the different fires. He's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Like he goes underwater and comes back as Willow. We're like, what the fuck?
That whole shit was insane, man.
And then it said you were Benjamin under the Willow desk.
And the piano and everything. Oh man.
Yeah.
Or when the drones all came. When the drones all came and you have to fight them with the guitar. And
yeah.
Oh, that was quality shit right there.
Oh, damn right it was.
If they do this right, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Somebody told me, like, I wasn't, all I was hearing about was stuff through the grapevine about them. But something I'd heard about a volcano. Does this ring a bell?
They did have the, there was a whole bunch of, we're going to have to, later on, we're going to have to get Bianca the video of the whole broken Matt Hardy storyline.
Yes, we are.
I've seen bits and parts. Like, I don't know. I never actually, like, I don't even know where you'd watch TNA here now, actually. So
yeah, you find it on YouTube. Just the parts that pertain to that without the without the TNA stuff.
But he was at the zoo. The spot monkeys, Matt and Nick.
Yeah, these are my spot monkeys, the bucks of youth.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We have to do some broken Matt Hardy revisited stuff because that stuff was gold, and we need to make some drops out of the old shit to play on here because oh my God, that was just golden shit right there.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so that's the gist of what's happening with the Awoken stuff and why they're using it now, because TNA is having financial contractual complications.
Wink,
whatever.
wink.
We ain't got no money. Who was next on this after the broken Matt? It was the tag team title match. Yeah, with Ambrose and Rollins against Sheamus and Cesaro. And yeah. What was the finish of this again? Somebody won. Oh yeah. The match. They wasted our time twice. That's right. They restarted the match and
Joe walked in.
Just for them to fuck them over again and once again get distracted and lose. And now they're out of the title picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. So I wonder who's going to feud for the, well, how far is Jeff from coming back?
About 6 months.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what they're doing. So what's the plan? Because they're not going to have, Rollins and Ambrose. That was their rematch. They're done for now.
They'll give it back to him. I mean, come on. I mean, there's no other tag teams on Raw except for the club.
But they can't.
That's what I was just going to ask. Like, I was just thinking, like, tag teams Raw. Who's a tag team? Yeah, the club.
But you literally.
But I know who's coming back.
Who?
We go hard.
Oh, good God. I knew you were fucking saying that.
Maybe. But at the end of the day, you don't really, once someone loses their rematch, you're supposed to sort of push them out of the title picture. It would just.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I don't really know what they're going to do at this point. Then what do Rollins and Ambrose do?
That's a good question.
The next time one of them turns, you know it has to be Reigns, right?
Of course.
Unless they want to keep him babyface, would have. I
would have Reigns turn for the fact that they didn't deliver like they said they were going to do, and that the two of them were holding him back, and he thinks he's better than Boo. Instant heel turn. And
just pull the trigger on it.
If they're gonna split them up so soon, I don't know. I'm just saying at some point if they did do the flip, it should be Reigns.
Yeah, go ahead and pull the trigger on it.
It'd be nice to see like an official heel turn, you know, like an actual badass Reigns, you know, that they actually are defining him as a heel.
Yeah, for the time being, if he continues to beat up Jordan, then that's fine to keep him face just for a little bit. I don't mind seeing those beatings. And yeah, that was it for Raw, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I did find out when the World Tag League Finals for New Japan is.
When's that?
It is the 11th.
And that's live?
Yes. It'll be live very early in the morning on Monday.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. That brings us to the end of the show. Brings us to the end of everything. Thank you very much for everyone coming to this wonderful event. Thank you to the chat room for hanging out with us, you nocturnal bastards there. We had EB Gamer and Same Old Mikey and AC and Living Legend Josh E and Destin Frazier, Jordan Worthcop, Hacksaw Lou Reed, Wickster, Blanchell, Miss Marnie, Marnivorous, Marceline the Vampire Queen, Christopher, Mark in Detroit, Mr. Wombat, William Robbles.
Over in the 2K18 Vodcast chat room, we had Flipper672, Hero DB, Same Old Mikey pulling double duty, and Loopy Fool, plus a ton of anonymous bastards. Thank you for the follows tonight, guys. We love you. Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Talk Brunch episode 219. I'm your host, as always, Rick Dara, a.k.a. Captain Brunch. For Scott, for Jen, for Miss Bianca, we are out of here.
Goodbye and good night.
Yo, Waffle House on me, guys. Great show.
Bye-bye.
Yes.